Okay. The topic is the positives and negatives of separating from Babylon. To come out of the cities and to move into communities of Israelites, uh quote unquote Israelites, because it's a lot of different names whatever you want to use, uh and to what that means a lot of the times is that a lot of the stuff we've grown accustomed to, you know uh true enough, we can have certain things there. We can't have all the entertainment and all that, but as far as like schools or certain jobs, you don't find these same kind of jobs in these rural areas, or you'd have to travel. Okay, that's my brother Capelin came on in here. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom,
Oh,
shalom, man.
we just getting started. What do y'all think would be some issues with a person deciding, or yeah, yeah, like
You got the address on already.
why? What would be hard for our people to go from living in the cities, in the school system, on these jobs, to going into a rural area community type of a setting? So I think about that. We're gonna start with uh Manatia.
What's the question again?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, you said what is some of the issues that
Yes,
we
the
would
issue
face?
about leaving and separating from, because look, we got in the school systems, they about to start teaching, LGBT history and
Where does that
your
start?
rights and all this old stuff. On these jobs, they about to have it to where pretty soon you gonna have to have the vaccine for COVID to be on these jobs.
Under Biden.
Um, it's just about to get real crazy in these cities. So,
I
what are
I think
reasons to leave? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, just speak on it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not.
I think if one of the issues I think that we would all have is that we done all got comfortable here. We
Right.
done got way comfortable here. We got most of the luxuries that we think we can have, and they done set it up to where we wouldn't want to leave because we don't necessarily know how to live without the things that we have. Well, we don't think we know how to live without the things that we have at home. So I think that would be one of the biggest issues for most people is just getting caught up and being comfortable. But the more and more, like I was one of those people, like for real, like I did not want to go and live off nobody's grid. It took me a while to get uncomfortable here. So all this stuff started coming into place and all the stuff that's getting exposed in the schools and all the stuff that's going on with our children and just everything. And I just started to get real uncomfortable here. And then we went to the community and I got to experience what it would be like to be in a community of us and away from all the noise. So I came back home and I was like, well, damn, I want to lay down and look at the stars when I'm looking at a spattled ceiling. I want to see this. I want to see some stars and I want to hear some chirping. I enjoy being out there and I was comfortable and I didn't ever think I could be that way. So we gotta really stuff gotta start making us uncomfortable here. And then we can move past all of it and start preparing to be truly set apart
Mm.
away from all this.
Judah?
Hey, Shalom family. I definitely agree with sis. We way too comfortable, way too comfortable. Speaking just from experience, trying to get together as a nation, I think one of our biggest downfalls right now is communication. Communication with the next step, communicating skills to each other, not having any excuses on why we can't get together. It's so many, hurdles and stuff for us to just join together. It's a headache some days, because we just too comfortable with, well, I need this job instead of, oh, well, me and a few of my brothers can get together. We don't have to worry about money and be like, like the book of Acts chapter 2, everybody coming together, putting our resources together and nobody lacking for nothing. But a lot of us still want to depend on the government instead of our nation, so to me, that's one of our biggest hangups right now, but we can't move past it. The nation is doing great things, despite the negativity that's spoken about. The nation is getting together, the nation is putting resources together. So, but
Us,
it's a big
right?
issue.
Us as a nation. Not talking
Yeah,
about America.
right. Yes, sir.
Negro.
Yes, sir. So
Oh yeah.
absolutely, so it's looking good, but that biggest thing is that communication, definitely coming together and communicating skills and resources. That's definitely a must.
All right. Oh yeah. Kafa.
Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, family. How y'all doing?
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with everybody, man. That's the key, man. I'm glad that the Most High Yah allowed everything to happen the way it is, man. It's been predetermined to be this way, man. And it's sad that it got to be this way in order for people to realize that community living is the way to go, because it helps us grow together as a unit, as a nation, like we supposed to. And the community living, and also give you that nation state of mind. You get what I'm saying? Of working together as a family supposed to, man. Everybody else, what I've seen in my little lifetime of being up on this earth is that everybody else know how to work together and come together except us. And the reason why is because we have failed to follow the instructions. And once we start doing that and start really adhering to the instructions wholeheartedly and stuff like that, you'll see the fruit thereof in regards of working together as a community, as a nation, like we're supposed to, man. So we got a lot of benefits. So I agree with everybody, what everybody said, what the sister said, what the ox said, and I'm sure it's more to expound on in regards to that matter. So that's what I wanted to say.
Absolutely. We got some more questions.
Yeah.
But before you start asking more questions, as far as community goes, like, I don't think what people understand is that we are community oriented people. Like, we are not supposed to be living out here on our own, a little bit over here, a little bit over there. We are supposed to be like, this is rooted in us. That's why when we come together and we are in a community, quote unquote, setting, or even if we just at a gathering, like we enjoy our time, we're comfortable. It's not awkward because we're built that way. We are built for this, but they let us get so comfortable, and our lack of knowledge let us get so comfortable that now what is natural to us is not natural, and then we have to get back to that. And the only way people are going to know that is to feel that. We could talk about it all day long, but once you feel that, and you feel that closeness of a community, and you can look over at your brothers and sisters and see their family and know them and feel comfortable and safe with them, and know if you need something, they right there. It's like, that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm.
That's the meaning of this, is we're supposed to be together. And that's why they destroyed every community that we ever had. You know what I'm saying? And when we came out of slavery, they destroyed everything we tried to do as far as community. They destroyed it. They killed it. And then we just got, hey, we can't do it, because if we do it, they just gonna find out about it and tear it up. So bump it. You know, they don't even care about it no more. So
Rosewood, Tulsa,
all
Harlem, every
everything.
place they put us together before they started dropping seeds of destruction in our communities, we grew in abundance.
Okay.
But see, you don't take the chains off a slave until you are sure you have enchained his mind. Then you let him go
God,
Right.
anywhere. He's gonna always come back. So
Right.
they found ways to chain our minds and our
Yep.
hearts, and they planted seeds. I I feel like the most dangerous seed they've implanted in us is untrust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we don't trust each other now. But
Right.
in this truth, we've kind of, in a lot of ways, it's it's hurt us when lacking discernment. But but for the most part, in this truth, we have faith that if a person believes in the Most High Yah and appears to be keeping the instructions, that I could trust them. You know,
Right.
and that's the feeling we felt for tabernacles. Like I could trust these people. I could leave my
Right.
car door open. I could leave my money out and it'll be fine. And you know what I'm saying? So
I can let my children run around
right,
and be
God,
right.
free.
So that's what I feel like is the main thing to try to get back is trust. And then love and affection. Cause you can't even get love without the trust. You know what I'm saying? Like until you trust someone, you can't even I don't know. You probably can love them without trusting them. It's kind of like loving on your
I
enemy.
love it. I
Like,
love you, but I don't trust you.
you know what I'm saying? So we got to find a way to love and trust. That's the only way we're going to get true shalom back.
can I say something on that too, King?
Huh?
Just was saying, could I say something on that too?
Go ahead. For real.
Definitely. Just speaking off experience and even shortcomings and downfalls. In my life, the biggest thing, especially loving, is proving each other. Willing to go through that process with your brother and getting to know him, or with your sister. I believe that's missing a lot. We so quick to credit somebody, maybe because of certain status or excuse me, what they may have, but we don't take the time to, hey, let's keep it 100 with each other. Being able to confess to one another, building up their trust. Let the sister or brother know, regardless, I'm gonna be here for you. What I have is yours. We definitely got to get back to that, proving each other instead of being so quick to, throw everything in and then find out something about somebody, and then you at a loss. Going back to being approved somebody is very important. And I believe we lost that as a nation too, or being conditioned to not trust each other. Oh, I don't know about this person, or a lot of stuff comes from hurt too. A brother or sister may have stole something from somebody, or somebody was in a situation or brought up wrongly, and they got to build that back. So I really believe we got to be able to take that time and prove ourselves to one another, showing that person that, hey, I'm here, not just talk, but that's really important, being able to prove to one another that, we here, that I can trust you, that whatever I have is yours, just, action more than talking, so
Fact.
definitely.
In the spirit of that, uh, myself and other brothers have started having men's gatherings to where, cause we feel that if that anything involving us as a nation, it needs to start with the men first. And one of the wicked seeds that's been sown in us is all these different doctrines and all these different, belief systems that they give us to feud over. You know what I'm saying? So while they're away, we beefing. They don't have to worry about us coming together behind their backs because we arguing behind their backs. So thing
Everything.
was to try to find a way to come to the table and learn each other as men and as brothers without doctrine. Don't come here to talk about your doctrine. Who are you as a man? How'd you grow up? You know, what's your beliefs on righteous things? Not about, you know what I'm saying? So that turned out great. We had like 40 guys to come out on the first time. We are moving up on trying to have a second one. And at the same time, they're trying to start something for the sisters to have. You know what I'm saying? And then the hope is that it'll just organically grow and grow. People will see these things happening and will want to come together to get that um what's the word? Familiarity. It's one of them big college words right there. Familiarity.
Spell it.
Yeah.
F-A-M-I. I can
Family,
get it.
look, familiarity.
Familiarity. Right, I did. Familiarity. No, but that's one of our main problems. That's how you build trust. You know what I'm saying? We don't trust each other because we don't know each other.
Right. We are strangers.
We have a hard time believing we all actually bloodline relatives. That's the crazy part. That people don't know and don't consider. We are bloodline. We at best all cousins.
Cousins.
At least all cousins.
I agree.
You come from the slave trade, you're a Negro, you got the bushy hair,
We are
it's all kind of ways that make us, right? But for the most part, we relatives, man. And when you see it like that, you can start to reason more. You can start to have more compassion for one another. We don't have no compassion for each other, man. We see each other killed, and it's like, oh, that's messed up. Our forefathers cried. They tore their clothes. They take their clothes and tear them and take dirt and pour it on their heads, man. In compassion and sorrow. We have no sorrow, man. And it's a shame. It's to our hurt. It's to our detriment. Because we have believed that what the heathen says is valid, and what he gives us is valid. What his doctors tell us is valid. What his news tell us is valid. I'm to the point I don't trust nothing they say. They could tell me the sky's blue, and I'm gonna have to look for a while to make sure. The heathen will lie about everything, man.
Like, all right, it's blue right now. It might change in a little bit.
I'm doubting Thomas. I need to feel your hands. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just when you realize how much they've lied. Hold on.
Is it echo?
Hold on. That's me playing in the background.
Hey, I want to shout out my sis, man. While we in it, just for a second, I gotta shout out my sis, the Hebrew Soap Queen. Y'all get on her website and check it out. I done bought some of this healing salt, eczema, psoriasis.
Yeah, sent us
no problem.
We got some too.
Yeah,
she do the baby soap.
She do everything. That's why I'm shouting her out, because in my eyes right now, she's shout out worthy. She got everything you need. If you want personalized things, she'll make that for you too. She got all the herbs and spices, all that good stuff. Everything natural, of course. And she was at the sock community with us. Yes, Hebrew Sock Queen. Check her out. No, not Soap Queen. Soap Queen. My bad. Hebrew Soap Queen. Soap. Not soap. Soap. All right, my bad.
All right. Shout out to all the creators. He does songs and stuff. He got a fire album he sent to me. Fire cut on that thing. Judah's son. He do music.
Yeah.
Right here, yeah.
I praises. I have to check
All
them
praises
out.
to the Father.
Let them know where you at, find
Facebook, Facebook, of course. You can look on YouTube, Instagram, Judah Son 96. Just music to encourage you, motivate you, and keep your spirit right. All praises to the Father, definitely for the nation. So,
Are you on did you say you was on YouTube?
yes, indeed.
It's Judah Son?
Yeah, just Judah Son, and I got a Judah Son topic, and then I have a regular Judah Son as well, where I put videos and stuff together, and too, motivational and spoken word too. So,
I praises. I'm gonna check you out. Definitely.
water, sis.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Uh, you know, what are some ways other than gathering? Like, we got the internet, and the heathen gave us the internet, you know, mainly for like wickedness. You know what I'm saying? For pornography. That was the big push on the internet. It was all
Con,
about, you know, porn and just meeting up for sex and all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like it's used for all kind of shenanigans. But in its awakening, it's been used to find relatives, to find, you know, lost friends from high school, college, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Um, even to like this, having these group talks, Um, what are ways we could help to get that familiarity and trust to move it up?
I mean, like you said, we got the internet, we got the telephones, we got email, we got people that's willing to travel. But first we got to build relationships.
con,
And I'm so for building relationships. I will get in my car and drive to meet my sisters. Like we've been on
Didn't
chit chat
drive
for
down
a
here
while.
yet. I'm just saying. We ain't seen you, sis. We ain't seen you up here.
You know what? I was gonna stop back. I was gonna stop through there and see y'all over the weekend because I had went to St. Louis and I passed you twice going
Right.
and coming. I'm
Going and
sorry.
coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But it ain't like I don't know you. Like I ain't never seen you. What you mean? I'm talking about people that
I'm just joking.
this ain't about you. But I will go and visit, for the sake of building. And you can't feel nobody's spirit over the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go and meet you. If we've been chit chatting and talking and we enjoy each other's conversations, okay, next step, I want to meet you. I want to actually see who you are. Are you really this person you presenting yourself to be to me online? And I want you to be able to see that about me too. Like if we really gonna build a relationship, whether it be a sisterhood, brotherhood, whatever it may be, I need to be around you. That's the only way. That's the only way you can do it. And, most high willing, it'll start happening more and more and more. Because it's gonna come a time, whether it be really soon or later, we're gonna be forced to be together. Like completely
Telling
forced to be together.
I
And then
keep
if we don't have that familiarity with people, it's easy to talk to somebody online. It's easy to type some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? But once you really get around people, a lot of people are not social. Like they don't leave the house. They don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to start a conversation. They don't know how to do all that. So at that moment when we're all forced to be together, you're going to be forced to come out your comfort zone and be a part of something. And it's better to start practicing now than wait until you get that uncomfortable force that's coming. So
You
we
don't
might as
want to
well.
be in the wilderness having to get to know somebody and you be
Right.
down
You know what
there
I'm
murmurer and a complainer because you don't like somebody. You better figure
con,
it out.
saying? Right. So,
Find that
we gotta figure out ways.
home somewhere.
And that's why I think the gatherings are important. I'll go and gather with almost anybody in that's got a little congregation, a camp, whatever. I gather, I'll go just for the sake of gathering. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been in a lot of spots.
yeah, I don't really care about the doctrine and stuff right off the bat. You know, it does matter, you know, so but right off the bat,
It does matter.
yeah, it does matter. But right off the bat, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be with y'all. I just want to be here. And then, you know, once you get that vibe and that feeling and you're there and everything's good, then you know we can get into that later. Then we can talk doctrine because you know me now. So you're not gonna dismiss me because I say Yahweh and not Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna dismiss me right away. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to know me. You like me.
Gatherings. Get to know each other first, and then because the goal is the book. Now let's not never get it twisted. The goal is to get it right. But I'm learning is that it's so many pools of thought and training. We talked to a brother the other day that broke Genesis down to like into chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
The man broke Genesis down into chemistry, man. Like the elements and all that, H2O and all like the little table thing. The man broke it down into chemistry and hertz and megahertz and gigahertz and all that because he done studied in these different fields.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of stuff out there, but we got to get to know each other to even listen to each other with the open ear instead of with, you know how people
right.
Man, I ain't like your shoe. Your shoes is dusty. Like we find ways to cut people off before they get started.
Before we even get started.
That's real, King. If I just put my little 2 cents in, man, I definitely agree. This right here is our biggest enemy. You know, I never put nobody on blast or nothing like that, but you know, sometimes you'll go and try to congregate or come together, and people like this. Why you supposed to be coming together? They like this on their phone, and you like, you know, what's going on? And they're conditioned to shalom and shalom on the internet, but in real life, it's like, hey, what's going on? This what we need to be really putting on. You know, you put on for social media. In real life, is like, you know, what's happening. And you know, one of my biggest frustrations right now too is, you know, having people come together that's talking on the internet, but you know, I may not be able to get to you, but guess what? My house is open. I'm gonna throw something on the grill. We got the music, we got the scripts. Don't worry about nothing. You ain't got to pay for a hotel. Come where I am. And it's
that's what we got to get back to, man.
And it's constant talk. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have to beg each other, like, please spend the night, man. Let me feed you. Give you drink, man. You ain't gotta leave. One more night. Hey, one more night. Just one more night.
That's how you be too.
Yeah.
That's how you be too. Like, man, where everybody gotta leave, man.
We can't wait for a nigga to leave. We can't wait for a nigga to leave. What you doing?
God, that's
how we
real,
politely
man.
ask, when is you finna get up out of here? How to do?
God, and what you were saying, with, you know, some people are conditioned to find something and they don't want to fellowship or congregate. One of the biggest things I hear, instead of actually getting to know a brother, like I value, like the brother, if he talking about chemistry, and man, I'm gonna give you an ear. I would love to hear it. The Most High could be dealing with you on another level. You know, we forget that too. People, even brothers who may not believe everything I believe, I want to hear this brother because the Most High got him going through a journey. You know what I mean? He could be in a more intimate level with the Father. He can be somewhere else, you know, and we don't value each other. You know, I understand if a brother disrespect type of way, or, you know, some crazy stuff that's like, hold on, you know, that may bring harm to himself or you, but we got to value each other. You know what I mean? If I see the Most High in you, man, all praises, brother. We supposed to exalt each other more than ourselves. I'm not nothing. You everything. Sis, you everything. I need y'all. You know, the very existence to even breathe. You understand? That's you more valuable than that when it comes to me. And that's how we should see each other. You know, so when we come to fellowship and congregate, man, it's a blast. You know, on one accord in love.
But see, it's not real to a lot. Like genuine love ain't real to a lot of us. And when we find it, it's offsetting.
God.
A lot of people ain't even found true love in their home, in their childhood. They never saw it. They had parents who either was inadequate enough to love them properly, or were too busy trying to sustain them to love them properly.
Facts.
They either didn't know how, or they was too busy on a job, on somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's why now I'm a big advocate for stay at home moms.
God.
It's just having a child and seeing him with his mother, daily. It's just like this is how it's supposed. Like a mother is supposed to. She's there in them early stages, and she need to be able to watch and see and check little things that she see. You can't see that when you're on a job, man. And it's just, you know, I know that in a lot of scenarios, it's it's had to happen the other way. Women have had to work, because of bills and just scenarios. But moving forward, like it's more of a reason for the men to establish something for our women to where they could get back into their rightful place, because that's their rightful place, man. Let's just keep it a buck. All this old
Facts.
industrious, you know, woman who's a boss at work and all that, man. Listen, unless you got some kind of we just don't see it in the scripture. Even the powerful women, they still had the office of a wife and of a mother that they had to fulfill,
God.
and had the the freedom to fulfill it. They were powerful enough that they could take that time off to go and do, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Queens and all of that. They had that opportunity, or they had handmaids. They had older women to be in that slot. Bottom line, children need consistent guidance and consistent support. They don't need to be off somewhere to some heathen teaching them and telling them about life. It needs to be a controlled environment, and
God.
that's one of the things about leaving Babylon. Because Babylon, to be honest, the the heathens, the upper echelons, they raise their kids like that. They want the poor, they want the lower class to be slaves on these jobs, to leave their children unguided and uninstructed, and for their minions to provide the guidance and the instruction in these schoolhouses.
It's all a setup all the time.
So, oh yeah, I started off talking about love not being real, right? Uh, we have to learn to give love individually and learn to accept it without thinking it's something to it. Because a lot of times we get love with attachments. I'm gonna love you as long as
God.
you do what I say, you say what I feel like you need to say. You know what I'm saying? And you act how I feel you need to act. So unconditional love is what we need to get. Let me pull
I
that.
don't believe in unconditional love.
Unconditional love, yeah.
I don't believe in that. I don't, seriously. Because the Most High had conditions on his love, and we're supposed to have conditions on our love. So I don't believe in unconditional love, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, not unconditional. I mean, you absolutely correct. His love is not unconditional because that's what hell is for. But he has the kind of love that if you repent from the things I don't approve of, that he don't approve of. I'm not saying for man to put his own things on it. You know what I'm saying? Because a man shouldn't have a problem with anything that's righteous, right? But if it's unrighteous, then his complaints are grounded.
But those are all conditions.
Conditions of righteousness and wickedness.
Those are all conditions of love.
So we need to love and righteousness and but see, he's always crying out. Do we cry out to those that don't meet our conditions? He cry out and says, repent, change, mend your ways. Is that the heart that we have as a whole?
We're supposed to. I believe we're supposed to. But he also says 2 times. After the second time, dust your stuff off and keep it moving.
I think Paul said that.
I'm not gonna
his people forever.
I'm not, but I know, but still, you're not supposed to beg nobody because this stuff ain't. We know it's not set up for everybody. Everybody not supposed to be here. Everybody not supposed to be here. What you say?
Mashiach said 7 times 70, and more than that. He just said the repentant, true repentance. It won't be a return to that same thing. They might offend you in something else, but if you truly repented, you're not returning. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's another thing too. We have to understand what it really means to repent and turn from. So if you turn, you can't go back because you turned.
Right. Well, you can't go back. You just got now you're a reprobate.
And that means you're off right there. You're gonna be off in other ways too.
Finished.
But I'm not talking about dusting it off like you my brother. I've proven you. I hope you've proven me. I know that you are striving your hardest. You're moving your family in that direction. Y'all all trying to stay on one accord, moving in a unit to the Most High, trying to gain salvation, trying to teach righteousness, trying to be a part of that. So if you offend me, I'm not going to dust you off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to exercise that 70 times 7. But if we're dealing with somebody who is not moving in that way, somebody who may not be in this truth, I'm not about to beg you. I'm not about to beg you to come to the Most High. I'm not about to beg you to repent to the Most High or to me.
No, you don't beg them, you admonish them. You say,
that's where I start dusting.
No, you
that's
that
where
wrong.
I start dusting. I'm not even going there.
Rebuke.
Because
ain't nothing wrong with a rebuke.
Right, but we already know 2/3 is not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you're talking about 2/3 of hundreds of millions, though.
But I might meet them all one day.
That's another thing people need to realize. That old 144,000 document got out of hand.
I might meet them all.
Millions and millions of people. 144,000 people gonna be in the kingdom, man. It's gonna be way more than that. Come on, man. People gotta stop with this stuff, man.
God.
If we more than the sands of the sea,
there you go.
It's only gonna be 144,000.
There you go.
No. It's gonna be only 144,000 men. It ain't gonna be no women there. It's gonna be a whole sausage party.
These the kind of doctrines we got going on here. This is why we need to come together and learn each other and love. So we can say, that don't make no damn sense. Lord. And he can understand, yeah, it really don't.
Anyway.
Good times, Good times. Good
No.
Con, to hit on what you said too, you know, as far as the children and, you know, us coming together, consistency is very important, man. That's one of the biggest ones. You know, even myself, I'm checking, staying consistent with the brothers, because consistency, that speaks volume.
Right,
you know, it speaks volume. Let you know your brother's not gonna run. If any type of trouble gonna come, or if something on his mind, he can express himself to you freely. You know, consistency is definitely key, man. The children need it, and we need it. You know, so yeah, definitely, brother.
That's the answer. Ooh, I was gonna ask, like, how can you help to make the love feel real? And the answer to that question is consistency. Show them that love consistently to where they know it's real and it ain't some fly by night hospitality. You know what I'm
God,
saying? It's consistent. They like every time I see this brother, he full of love and joy towards me. You know,
God.
we got this thing where we don't greet each other in shalom for real and enjoy. We ain't, hey brother, how you doing? We what up? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Two totally different
Yeah.
embrace, man. You
God.
know, but a lot of times with the heathen, we might crack a smile. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The
Hey, that's
heathen
fact.
smile.
You're
Yeah.
not doing that.
To our brothers,
That,
that's all
that,
we give them. You know what I'm saying?
hey, that curse is so real.
Yeah.
Thinking evil towards his brother, that evil eye, man, that thing is so real. And sometimes it get frustration being on the other end where you are full of love, compassion, and you want to love your brothers and see them do well. Just like you spoke about, we got to remind ourselves, through the condition or how they was brought up. But it get frustrating sometimes, like, dang, you really want to love your people, and you feel how Moses was at the time. Father, I love them, but man, what's going on? Why we so hard headed? Why we can't love each other? What's going on? Because some brothers, they'll shalom you or what you need. Like, dang, brother, I'm just checking. I'm just checking your pulse. I'm just seeing how you doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, it get frustrating sometimes too. But pushing through it, it comes with the package. Dealing with a nation, it comes with it.
And it
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
easier. It gets easier and more natural over time,
God,
And I have noticed that even out in the world, just interacting with people, I try, and this was my way of trying to love my people when I first started, down this journey or whatever. When I realized that I can't just show love for only people that call themselves Israelites. The people outside in the world need to see this too. They need to feel some of this too. And the
facts.
easiest way for me to do that was to start saying hello to people when I walk past them, especially our people. Like, I ain't worried about the other people, but our people. You walk past your people, you just walk past them like they invisible, like nobody's there, or they give you that mean mug or whatever. I start walking past people. How you doing? Hey, nice to see you. Look nice today. I try consciously to do that. And at first, when I started doing it, a lot of people wouldn't reciprocate that. They'd look at me like I was crazy. Like, why are you talking to me? Do I know you? But
It don't
now,
feel real. It don't feel
right
real to 'em.
now, I think more and more of us, with all the stuff that's been going on, now I think people are really trying to embrace each other some kind of way. So now I speak to people and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?" I noticed that I'm getting it back now. When at first I wasn't getting a lot of it back, so I'm like, "Damn, I kind of feel, like it kind of makes me mad. Like, hello, I just spoke to you." Like, I just said, "How
Facts.
you gonna say hi back?" But now it's easier and it feels more comfortable. I've walked past somebody in the store like, "Hey brother, how you doing? Hey sister, how you doing?" They like, "Hey, how you doing?" That makes me feel good. You
All
know what
praise.
I'm saying? And I think and I believe with all the stuff that's coming, who is going to rouse Judah up? He's getting roused. So with that rousing, people are trying to embrace each other a little bit more. Like, they really are trying to be a part of each other and let you know that I got your back. Like, if I'm happy for you out here, I got you. Don't worry. I'm watching. You get pulled over by the police, I'm gonna slow down so I can see what's going on in the car. So I can see it's turning around. But with that turning and with that love, you gotta know how to love, and the scriptures tell you how to love. Love is not just that butterfly emotional feeling. The scriptures tell us what love is and how we exercise that love to one another. And
Right.
until everybody knows what that is, it ain't real love for real. It's not the right kind of love in my eyes, I think.
Yeah.
That's real, sis. That's real. Yep.
Hey, what about this? Like, we got this thing from Christianity called not judging people, not correcting people because ain't nobody perfect. We all
Only
trying
God
to
can
figure
judge
this
the
thing out.
Madness. um, One thing I teach my children, and we hit on that a lot, is that type of mindset sets you up for failure. It sets you up for excuses not to be holy like the Most High is holy. And that's a real stronghold in our people because, having that mindset. So when you do fall, oh, it's okay. Can't nobody judge me or can't nobody correct me. And you're like, hold up. Like, nah, the scriptures tell us that we can judge righteously, and if you love me, you see me in error, you correct me, I'm going to appreciate that because you ain't trying to see me burn. You want me to be ruling and reigning with you when the time comes. Same thing when a sister corrects somebody. You know what I mean? Like, oh, sis, you
Oh,
can't say.
that's heresy in this walk right now,
You
bro.
can't say nothing to me. It's like, whoa, what? What?
Jezebel spirit.
You
Yeah,
right?
they don't like that.
Like, it's crazy. Shoot, if a sister see me about to walk into a burning building, she better say something.
Hey, my
It's
brother be
crazy.
like, she could tell you, but she better not be expounding on no scripture when she do it.
Like,
Man, it's
whoa.
crazy.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
even care. I don't even care. Like, it's so hard with the sisters sometimes because one of the biggest things when it comes to, I wouldn't even call it judging, it's straight up correcting. And one of the things that I see a lot of sisters, including myself, correcting other sisters is covering themselves on Facebook. Like, sis, why you got your cleavage out? Why you got your picture right there in the middle of your chest? Why you got
Bring
this?
it out.
Little short. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
They
cleavage on
go,
Facebook. A lot of
look,
cleavage. Go
the
ahead.
devil goes crazy, okay? The devil gets live. Like, and what I don't think is understood about us and our dress, okay? And I hope a sister watches this that don't understand why it's important to cover. I know this is a community outreach video, but I think it's important.
It's all a part of it's all a part of coming out of Babylon and the mindset, the Western mind. We need to do a video about the Western mindset because this
Uh,
that
That's gonna be
thing was crack.
part 1, 2, 3, and 4. But
Right.
I'm done. But the importance of covering is not for our own sakes. We are covering to protect our men because lusting is a sin. Lusting in the mind, the thought of lusting, that's where the action comes from. It first starts in your mind. And if you out here showing off your body, y'all, of course, a man is going to look. Now, what his thoughts do is on him. But we are supposed to be preventing you from going in your mind and lusting after what you see on a woman. You don't know if that woman married. You don't know what's going on with her situation. Women, we have to cover for the safety and the security of our men. Is important. And when you bring that out, they lose their damn mind. And it's always, well, it ain't my fault. I can't control what they lust and they need to control their lust. It's not, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be a whole scripture about it. About it.
I
If it
tell
was
you,
that easy.
I tell you what's worse than that. Cause some sisters will cover up. Them same sisters that cover up put on makeup and weave.
I hope y'all just think that's nasty, like to a certain
See
degree.
now, I want you to speak on that because if I speak on it, I'm gonna be some kind of tyrant.
right.
You know,
Well, what
crazy.
you think I'm gonna be?
Bring it out, sis.
Bring it
Bring-
out because
Well,
look, in community living, you ain't be out here tempting other women's men with your dress.
right.
Because the sister who don't do all that, she gonna take it some kind of way that you do that. So bring it out. Let's talk about it.
well, I don't wear makeup. I don't wear weave, and I don't do it because I don't not do it because I think it's affecting the men in any way. I really feel like when it, to a certain extent, it's unattractive, and I think that y'all think that too. And
Oh yeah,
to,
I don't care for
well,
it at all because I know.
like the
Yeah.
heavy makeup and the real big eyelashes and the weave all the way down your back is shedding, you leaving pieces of you everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? That's unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Even for me as a woman, that is not attractive. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like ew. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want. I know a lot of my sisters wear makeup, and some of them still wear weave. And to each his own. But the reason why I don't do it is because we're not to follow in the ways of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? The eye makeup, we're taught not to dress our eyes, not to make our eyes look seductive, because even when during the biblical times when we were covered from nose down, we still had our eyes. And the women in Corinth were seducing men with their eyes. The Egyptian women seduce men with their eyes, and that's why they got them cat eyes when they do the eyeliner where it curve up. You know what I'm saying? Just
Talk
them cat
about
eyes
it.
that come from the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? That was a seducing mechanism. That wasn't because it's cute. They was seducing y'all with their eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's all it took. So we're not supposed to make a whole bunch of colorful pictures on our face. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole point behind that. The weave, the hair is not yours. And a lot of it got pork in it. No BS. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it got boar's hair, pig hair in it. We get the patent. Hold on, let me get my on here. You get the patent like this, that stuff is itching because you're having an allergic reaction to it. It's not itching because it's old. It's itching because your scalp is allergic to it. And the chemicals that they put in it, that the human hair is sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's those women think they sacrificing their hair to their God, and then they turn around and selling it at the wig store. You know what I'm saying? It's so much history behind just that I don't think people want to even look into because they know they're going to get that strong rebuke just from that history, knowing that ain't that's not for us. Like we're not supposed to be doing all that. So, but you can't tell a lot of sisters that because they don't believe it's that deep. But I do, and I didn't once before, but now that I know, I do. And you're not gonna catch me like that because I don't want some false idols sacrifice on my head. You know what I'm saying? That idol probably the spirit of that idol following me around like, hey, I need my sacrifice.
That's another thing. People gave their hair up. You got to understand that real hair and stuff. It come from these countries. These women ain't getting paid for this. These women is doing this as a sacrifice to a deity, to a
That's what
god
I'm saying.
over there in India and all that. These people, and in some places, they straight taking these women hair. So we can't eat meat under flesh, but y'all wearing hair that was taken under stress. I mean, come on, man. This stuff is, and then you wondering why you have all these issues in your life. It because it be an unclean thing be among you. Now, we're not just gonna talk about the sisters, the brothers. The brothers got some issues too. It's been a ruach of laziness on a lot of our brothers, man. Laziness, uh, uh, wrathful, wrathfulness, malice. Envy. Our brothers under a lot of a lot of demonic and idolatry as well. So it ain't just on the sisters. And if our men was more firmly rooted, they could make sisters, consider certain things that they do because it take a real man to be like, nah, I don't like that. Stop that. And if the right man tell it to the right sister, she gonna stop. And
I think our men need to let our sisters know more often that they're beautiful without it,
right.
because a lot of them think they need it. You know, they not cute if they ain't painted on, or what, they don't like the way they look without it. They so used to wearing it. So, you know, women do things to impress men.
Try
I
to
don't
get
know now.
love
They
from
do
a
it to
male
each other
figure.
now. So I don't know. They doing stuff to impress each other now too. So I don't know. But if more of our men was let our sisters know that they're beautiful with their own hair, even if it's this big, it's still beautiful. It's gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Whatever makeup, you don't need it. I can't see the pureness of your skin because you got it all covered up. Like, y'all gotta let us know that more often. And I know brothers are really good at that, especially in the truth. The brothers that like natural women, like they're really good at that. But
in
I think
courting,
spread, it's
in
gotta spread.
courting, I want to speak on that real quick because I just got cut down yesterday. As a matter of fact, my wife cut me down about the fact that I'm not uh as men, you know, that I'm
Right.
hard emotionally. I don't what she say? She cut me down too. It was about a
You
five
know what she
Bring
said.
it
tirade.
out, I bring it out.
You know, about a 5 minute tirade. How I don't let stuff out. I ball stuff up and all this old stuff. So
Stuff men do.
especially coming into this walk and you realize the role of a man. It really ain't a lot of place for male emotionalism as far as intimacy goes. Like it's one thing to be romantic sexually or whatever and intimate sexually. It's another thing to be intimate as far as expressing your feel. That's what it was. She said, I don't express my feel. And I've told her this. So it ain't like she just, brought out something I didn't know. I voiced this to her that I realized I don't know how to do it. And it's because I come from not doing it. But
It
us
takes
men, we need to realize that is an issue with our women and with our sisters, that we don't affirm them, and we don't, because I tell her too, like, I do appreciate stuff you do. I know I don't say it. Her whole thing is she want to hear it. I'm like, I reciprocate that by being a good husband and not cheating on you out here in these streets. And I keep you fed and I keep you clothed and warm in the cold and cool in the heat. But I was like, I do need to take the time and affirm you. I do need to tell you the good job you've done. And, I need to be more affectionate with touch. A lot of our women big on touch, hugs and kisses and rubs and stuff like that. Now, in the courting phase, a lot of us, we do that. We do that. You know what I'm saying? We do the touching and the hugging and feet rubbing and all that. Then it's like you get married and it's like, man, look, I'm tired. I've been working on it. You better figure that. You better look. I got a foot tub for you. You better soak them bunions.
you just a
Foot
man. That's
tub.
all.
But as a man, I realize, I need to do better.
You
Go ahead,
will.
I got something to say
Hey,
on that.
hey, Con, man, the water. So you always keep it 100, man, and we all appreciate that and can grow off that as well. Um, just speaking on failures in my life or relationships, that was one of the biggest things for me. We wanna structure one way, but we think about somebody's feelings, or you don't want to step on no toes, and so you may come off as a liar because you can't express yourself how you want to, or you don't know how to. And the women is like, why didn't you say this in the beginning? Or, why you didn't tell me this? And, that was one of the biggest things for me. Not knowing how to express myself, or just focus on, hey, let me get this paper. You hold down the family, and, I ain't got nothing to say for real, but I've had to grow from that, and it took time. A lot of time women say, well, y'all got to be patient with us, patient with us. A lot of our women, they have to be patient with us too. We come from certain backgrounds. We may not truly know how to express and love, and we end up getting tired of each other. And next thing you know, it's out of proportion. And we looking at stuff to blame. Well, this is why. And the whole time was we took the time to communicate, express ourselves to one another without getting in an argument or, getting hot-headed with each other. It could all work out. Because, same thing with the Most High in Israel. The Most High loves for us to confess. He wants us to hear, not, oh, I'm saying it in my mind. No, he wants us to confess our sins. He wants us to praise him with our mouth. So that's the same thing. Hey, we want to hear from our women, and we got to do the same to them. So that's a head buster. And if we can perfect that thing, man, this be a lot of flawless relationships out here, because that communication, consistency, all that ties into everything that we've been talking about. If we start from the house, so absolutely.
Well, I think our women gotta
to the Gentile.
Our women gotta be able to accept the things that you guys want to say in confidence. Like when you do build up enough to say what needs to be said in honesty and put your emotions out there and put your feelings out there, we have to be able to accept and nurture that. We can't just store it up for a later date and throw it back in your face when you're mad. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that.
You hear that?
We have to be able to accept it no matter how much it hurts. You know what I'm saying? What kills me is we are like, oh yeah, I'm in the truth, but you can't take the truth. You can't handle the truth. You might be able to read the Bible and accept some of the truth of the Bible, but when your man telling you something, or when your sister's coming at you real spill, you can't handle the truth.
Bring it out.
I think that's a lot of the reasons why men don't express themselves to us, because y'all always, if I tell her this, she gonna trip. Or if I tell her that, we gonna have a fight, or she ain't gonna understand. Like, we have work to do too. Okay, so just as much as you want to be expressive and you want to say how you feel, and you want to lay on the couch and just lay on her stomach and be like, babe, this is what's going on with me right now. We have to be able to accept that for what you're saying and nurture that. We can't just, because we always find a way to turn it around and make it about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you feeling that way because of this, or you feeling that way because I said, we do got to understand that it's not always about us. And y'all have y'all's own individual thoughts, and everything that you think about may not be family and wife. You might have other thoughts in your mind. So we have to be able to accept those things. And then maybe we can communicate.
Hey, you hit it on. You on point, sis. Mother Sarah will be proud of you right now. All praises, God.
And I'm not trying to say that because I'm trying to like appeal to the men or whatever, because I'm not. These are things that I've had to learn how to do too. And this is why I have so many brothers, because I have really had to practice letting y'all say what y'all gotta say and not having a comeback. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be quiet.
Yeah, and letting you express how you feel. And I have brothers that might tell me that they want to do certain things for their wives, but they don't know how, because they don't know if she's gonna like it, or if she's gonna be happy, or if it's gonna cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really let me practice on y'all. So I'm not saying it to appeal to a crowd, an audience. I'm saying it because it's true, and we do be tripping. So, and that's a lot of the reason why y'all don't talk to us about everything. And you don't have to talk to us about everything, but the things that you want to talk to us about, you should be able to. Definitely should be
able to. Listen, sisters.
Dang. Somebody will. But I know our sisters do that because it's a lot of good, healthy minded, strong sisters in this truth. And it's just, we got some that just don't want to listen to nobody, and they got it all figured out, and we don't. And every day we move through this is a chance to grow every day. So you got to just seize those opportunities, men and women.
I want to say something to our brothers too, to our married men, right? As much as, probably should have said this first, but as much as we got to have that emotional, intimate side with our wives. We got to have that correcting disciplinary side too, because that's the Most High gave them to us to be that. Like we got like that's our office for the whole household, not just them, with the children as well, where they guide in a loving, kind of with the kids. Like they treat the kids in a way that we as a man don't even have that compass to do. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we supposed to bring the firm hand, not to be a tyrant and to be abusive, but to be, like the rod of correction is that if you fall from this correction, the rod is here. That's how you keep from sin because hell is here. You get what I'm saying? So we have to guide and instruct our women. The best way to love our women is to learn to understand the Most High Yah and His Word, and then to act accordingly as far as how we deal with our women and with our children, and 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 be persistent in it, because it's not going to be they nobody takes correction willingly and would just give it to me, give me that correction, tell me what I did wrong, what I ought to be doing that I'm not doing.
God.
They're not going to take it like that, and you have to know they're not going to take it like that, and you still got to give it. And that's why you have to make sure that you rooted in the scripts, and that what you're doing is righteous and what you're trying to impart is righteous, because the firm hand you're going to have to take, you need to be blameless in it. It can't be no, oh, you're a hypocrite, how you gonna tell me to do it, you don't do it, how you gonna do it? No, you got to be, and when you blameless, you can go forth with vigor and with power. Problem is, in this truth, brothers being taught about their office and the power that come with their office, but they not really deserving of it. They not really blameless in it, because you want submission, but you're not worthy of being submitted to in a lot of ways. You're not the true provider. Like that's why the Most High always gives us His track record. You notice He always say, I brought you out of Egypt. I brought you through the sea. He said, man, like, this is what I do. This is why I deserve my respect. This is why I deserve, your submission, because I do this, and I do it still in so many other ways in your life. You got to be able to talk like that, man. When they say, rule as Elohim, rule as y'all, you got to be like that, man. You got like, that's why I be telling a lot of brothers that they have problems in their relationship. A lot of times they not in that role, or they bills and all that problems. So you got to be able to handle that. And when you don't, and a woman have to step up and do it where you don't, it's gonna be an issue. We not stepping up nowhere the Most High ain't, and He won't allow it. It ain't even possible. We can't have a longer arm than the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make it to where our women can't have a longer arm than us, so we can be blameless in our judgment and righteous in our judgments. And until we do, we're gonna always have problems. As much as the women have to do things, we need to consider that and that role and that lifestyle, and get into and embrace it wholeheartedly, and ask the Most High to make us capable of being that, to be His representation. How we gonna be His representation? We stay with our women pay all the bills, but we got the penis in the Bible.
Yeah, it's bigger than that. Con, bring it out, brother.
It's bigger, man. This thing bigger than Nino Brown, man. It's much bigger. We gotta
Mm-mm.
We gotta live the book. That's what I be telling bros. I be like, man, we gotta live this thing, man. His brothers they do all the studying. They got precept upon precept, but they not living this word, man. They not living like Elohim,
Con,
and some people do it on a smaller status, and some people do it on a bigger status. You know what I'm saying? I don't have I don't have a mansion. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gains I can make. But the most I know me too. Like I don't need all that stuff. Cause I get all that stuff, I might get slack in my walk.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? So
Con,
he got stuff set up to me in such a way. But what he has given me, I have subdued it. I have tied that thing down. I have
hallelujah.
tilled my garden. And it's a constant thing. We get, you know, you get weeds to sprout up, you get tares to sprout up that have to be tore down, cut down, and but that's the office. You got to always watch, you got to always think of what's going on, ruachs that's wrong, that's in the household and stuff. You got to, you know don't let the sun go down on your wrath. You got to make peace, you got to make shalom,
Con,
and um, like I said, it ain't it's easier said than done, but that's the mind you gotta have. Is of the righteousness and the correction and going forward as pertains to the book, man. It's bigger than just quotables.
Con,
It need to be some livable, and it's brothers out here that's living this thing. It's brothers out here like Abraham. They got servants, they got cattle, They got multiple wives and hand servants. Like it's brothers in the truth really living
hey,
like this.
facts.
And you don't know about this because all we know about is camps and all this old,
We don't know about
you
it because
know,
they
it's
got
brothers
they
that
ain't got
take this
time to be on
mindset, what I'm talking
Facebook.
to you about, and they taking that thing and they
Man,
didn't multiplied it.
Con.
And that's what it is. But yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Oh yeah, Con, man, you hit that thing on the nail. Definitely speaking to the brothers. a lot of my failures, getting back to the failures, man. It ain't always just about the success story. But a lot of failures in my life was because a lot of times I didn't stop and look in the mirror and self-examine myself. And that's one of the biggest things. Some brothers get put in titles and things like that, sound good, may look good, but in the house it's a whole nother situation. And the Most High had to shut me down. I'm not where I am today. Not that it's about me, because I ain't nothing without the Most High. But I wouldn't be where I am today is if the Most High didn't shut me down, put that fire under my behind. It's like, brother, you doing good here, and there. But guess what, brother? That house got to be in order before you can go and help other people get delivered. You
Talk
understand?
about it. Hey,
That's the real, because it
people
looked good.
beefing with their wife and they overseeing congregations.
Talking about some bring it out and have camp, but your kids ain't listening to you. That's a no-go, And I don't want to stand, I don't want none of my brothers and sisters to stand before the Most High and say, I didn't know or I didn't do this. But you thinking about people done heard you bring the word out, but your house is corrupt. And I had a vision about that. Standing before the Most High and the angels, and my family and my works got turned into crisp. Not no gold or nothing, brother. I failed. My household crumbled, brother. You understand? And there's a lot of brothers doing that. Yeah, you got the title. Yeah, you sound good and you can bring it out, revelation, this, that, and that. But your inner man is filthy. Your house is not together, and that's a no-go, you know. And the brothers, we definitely got to step it up, because when it's in order, man, it flows. I ain't never been at this level that I am without the Most High, but that's because my house is in order now, and the gifts will come, the people will come. The Most High can trust you with His people, you know. And
Gotta be faithful over a few things. You ain't faithful over your wife and your kids, man. How you?
Con,
That's why you got to be the husband of but one wife. You got to be well thought of in the community. Your kids have to be in order to even be over a congregation.
facts, con,
And it's people skipping ahead. They skipping lines and duties, man, to do stuff. But
Yeah.
I digress. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, you cool, and you know the Most High gonna bring it all to the forefront. You know, we can fool man, but you know, y'all see everything. He see everything. And he ain't whooping you, man. You better go and check yourself. You might not even be his child. You hear me? But you know, but man, all praises to the Father, man. You know, we apply this word, you know, just like the scriptures tell us, it makes us perfect. You know, we always telling people practice makes perfect. Practice these laws and you will be perfect. Because we have forefathers and foremothers that the Most High seen them as perfect, not according to man's eyes, but they please Yah first before anything, you know, and he brings all things together, man. And, you know, it's so beautiful, man. Brother, stop hiding behind these precepts and stuff and get real with yourself. You know,
Oh,
get real with yourself.
you said stop hiding.
Stop hiding behind the precepts. And it does. I was there before. You know, yeah, it sound good, but brother, you can't hide, man. You can't. You know, you got to get it together. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Especially if the Most High want to use you, you want to be used by the Father. You got to be real with yourself. You know, so yeah, all praises to the Father, man.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. You got anything to say about that, Sister Tiff?
Nope. No. Mm-mm.
That is a little. That is yeah. It's a little. You know, there was this big thing a while back. You know, I kind of made a splash in Yasharal talking about these brothers hitting on these sisters and everything because of what we just said, not living as Elohim. And when the woman voice the fact that you're not, you want to put your hands on them. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard as much as brothers shaving sisters' heads and all that. They don't even know. That's a shame unto them. How you gonna shave your wife's head? You're supposed to be her
Right.
covering. You know what I'm saying? You should. It's just it's a lot of
Jeez.
stuff is blasphemous, man, and that's why the men, the righteous men, need to come together so these sisters can have a haven, man, against these tyrants, man. Because the Most High is it's not for a lot of these things shouldn't be done in Yasharal, man. You know, it just and it's being made into a thing to where now you got sisters who find in sisterhood in bondage. You get what like they finding each other because they got similar stories of being abused
Right.
in Yasharal, and it's true. Where when they was in the world, they ain't had these problems. Think about this, man. A sister that's in the world, she probably slept with different men. She probably had a wicked life. But all in all, she was, for all extensive purposes, she was content with her wicked life. But she coming to the truth where she thinking her soul is being saved and that she's finding redemption only to be oppressed. You know, and now it's oppression with if you don't take it, if you don't like it, you can't be saved. You going to hell now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, man,
But that goes back to where we started, community living, because a lot of sisters don't have anywhere to go. They don't have anybody to run to. They don't have anybody to protect them. And if we were in a community setting, you have your whole community to protect you. You have somebody that's holding that man accountable and could be put out the camp. You got to go. You can't be here. And, you know, outside of that, the way we live now, it's so many sisters. And I know because, you know, I deal with a lot of sisters and, you know, I talk to people and a lot of them, and they really just don't have anywhere to go. And then you have other sisters that know they just going to turn around and go right back. So they don't want to get nobody involved. So they're going
because
to
the
put
flesh
that.
get weak and they still want, you know what I'm saying?
Right
They're
back to
gonna
the
pray
world.
and fast. They're gonna pray and fast that he quit for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then get pregnant, have another baby, and he gonna start hitting on her again.
Right back in there again.
That's just how it goes. And now you got another baby, and now you really feel like you can't do it because now you're a stay-at-home mom. You don't have any money. You don't have any family. He done moved you away from all your family. Your family done kind of disowned you a little bit because you want to stay with a man who's abusive. You won't let them help you. So they asked out. Like, but a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, but some of that be their own fault. Like, how you gonna keep returning to the vomit? Come away from it. You know that man ain't changed. He ain't reproved himself. None. And you keep going back to him because you got all this stuff that's been planted in your head that's telling them you gotta stay and take that. Because if
Mm.
you don't, you're a wicked woman and you tearing your house down with your own hands. Because you not with your husband who is abusing you and probably your children too. So
Hey, shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom out.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Doing well, King.
Doing well. Doing well out. We just on here. Well, the topic of discussion mainly was about separation from Babylon, the positives and the negatives, but it kind of led into talking about the eternal issues going on in Yasharal with the men and the women individually.
Con,
And right now we was kind of touching on the abuse in the home with men that's don't know how to express themselves, don't know how to apply themselves
mm,
in the world to be a proper head in the household, and it's manifesting itself into abuse. We didn't
con,
put it into those terms, but you know,
yeah,
that's about the diagnosis of it. That's about how
most
it started.
certainly,
The fact that
most certainly,
you don't know how to express yourself and apply yourself, and it's causing issues. And those
yeah,
issues, rather than fix yourself, learn how to talk, learn how to go out and get jobs and keep jobs and pay
yeah,
bills. You'd
yes
rather
indeed.
put your hands on your wife.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
that's
So,
that's definitely not right.
you
This,
want to speak on
yeah,
that?
I got my daughter right here. She wanted to say my princess right here.
Shalom, sir.
Ah.
Say
Shalom.
shalom. She be acting shy sometimes. Yeah, man. It's crazy to me. Like I don't know, man. Like it's like if you come into this truth, man, you got to do your best as a man to turn away from any worldly mindset. Like we can't jump into this truth, man, and then still try to think on the same levels that we thought of when we were in the world. You know what I mean? Because if so, then what kind of spirit? You can't jump into the truth and then pick up extra spirits. Like to me that just doesn't make sense. And some of our men, we have to understand, we didn't jump right into the truth. You know what I mean? We have to understand that, the woman will, the man is above the woman. You feel me? The woman can be more emotional than the man. Not to take anything away from our women, because our women are strong lionesses. They are beautiful daughters of Zion, as very, very mighty lionesses. But we have to still understand that, they are more emotional than us. So when it comes to coming into this truth, we sometimes, if you come in before your woman does, you have to give her the benefit of the doubt of understanding that she may be more emotional than you, and it might not be as easy for her to make that transition than you. You should not have to get frustrated and put your hands on her and do all of that nonsense. You know what I mean? Because you're not a man at all. You're not a man at all to me. And you shouldn't be in the truth. You know, uh, even having a thought of wanting to put your hands on a woman. That's just not, that's not a mighty thing to do. You know. I mean, even like look at Jezebel and Ahab situation. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of time. Like look at what she put Ahab through. I mean, I'm pretty sure he never thought about putting his hands on that woman. You know, he might have been scared of her. You know what I mean? Not saying that that situation was okay, but what I'm saying is, you know, if we're in this truth, man, we got to really examine these scriptures, man. And like you were just saying before I got on, man, we have to apply these things to ourselves. Our ancestors left these accounts for us to learn from their experiences, and learn from their mistakes. You know, apply the righteous parts to our lives, and then understand that, okay, King David went through this, so I understand now I'm going through this. I can do better than what my ancestor did. You know what I mean? Or Solomon went through this, or Ahab went through this, or whatever the case may be. You know, we definitely have to use their examples in our life. You know, that's what the Most High left you here for. Instructions for us to live righteous as His people. You know.
Things
No,
that are
Doc.
written aforetime was written for our learning,
Yes, indeed.
and it's
All
good
praise to the
for
Most
correction,
High.
reproof, and sound doctrine.
So, if I may interject really quickly, I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, been on this thing for an hour and a half. Thanks for coming on for us. You were very influential in this discussion.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
And
anytime.
whenever you do something else, just hit me up. And it was nice seeing and meeting you, brothers.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I hope you have a great rest of the Shabbat. I work nights, y'all. I got off work at like 6 o'clock, so I'm tired. So I gotta
Appreciate your time, sis.
go.
Shalom. You have a blessed one. Nice
Thank
meeting you as well.
you. All right. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. See, that's the epitome of a mighty lioness right there. You know, got off of work this morning and still had the strength to jump on this live and take part in this discussion. You know what I mean? That's mighty. That's very mighty. You know,
Yeah.
I applaud that.
Yeah, yes, yeah, she did. I appreciate the sis. This live was supposed to went in a totally different direction, but all praise to the Most High Yah that it has gone how it went because it's been very productive. Some
Hmm.
good things was brought out. Um, um, Yashiyahu,
Yes.
what do you think about our people moving towards community living? Like, the
Oh
positives
man,
and the negatives of it.
man, I would say it's definitely a lot of positives to it. It'll help us be amongst each other and not have the distractions of what we've been indoctrinated in this heathen westernized society. You know what I mean? We can get into our own communities and everybody be on the same accord. You know what I mean? So we'll all be everybody will be keeping the Sabbath together. Everybody will be studying. We wouldn't have to venture so far off to go gather with our people because we'll be living in a community amongst ourselves. There's a lot of positives to that. You know what I mean? Children growing up in a full community, like not having to go to these schools where you might be at home with your child teaching them one thing, and then they step out into the world, and then now they got to see some of their heathen friends that live a whole different way, and then have a thought like, oh man, you know what I mean? And we'll just completely be away from that. Now, what I'll say is maybe a negative to that is just the transition itself, the transition, actually building from the ground up and trying to start it. And, just some of the frustrations that could come with starting a community from the ground on up. You know what I mean? Trying to establish a proper, what should I say, like a proper, just order, just proper order within the community. Like the same way, you could say some kind of order is established in the societies we live in right now within our own community, just trying to establish an order, just like what is it called? Not an irrigation system. What do you call it when you have like the pipes and the system, like when it comes to like running water and flushing toilets and stuff like that. Is that's not irrigation? It's
irrigation
that
or
is irrigation, right?
plumbing. What I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like just establishing stuff like that too. You know what I mean? Just so we can be comfortable. We can be comfortable and still have that sense of uh. we're an indigenous people, so we should be used to living in the wilderness no matter what. But still having certain things that will make us feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Feel comfortable and not just like we're just out here. You know, like we're just out there and just like living savagely. You know what I mean? But hey, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, and if we have to start from the bottom up, I'm all for it. Like I'm all for building straight from the bottom up because it'll be nothing but righteousness. You know, and as we know, our kingdom, it doesn't matter where we start at. Our kingdom will flourish. The Most High will advance us so fast,
Man.
so fast. You know what I mean?
that's
These
why
heathens wouldn't be where they are
won't
without
let us
us.
be alone.
Yes,
He won't let us be alone and unaffected by uh his input. Because we know
yes,
if he leave us alone, we're gonna organically turn into what we're supposed to be. That's why they always want to be close. They
yes.
always want to. Can I come in? Why
They want
can't
to
I
keep
come
their
in? You don't
they
want
want to
me?
keep
Yeah.
their eye on us.
Yeah. They always send agents, and if they can't get in, then they entice one of us to come in and feed them information. You know, it's always like that.
Exactly.
That's why the collective have to get to the point to where they really fed up. Like the sister said earlier, we really got to get uncomfortable with our
Hmm.
current situation. Now, shout out to this brother right here, brother Emanon Yasharala,
God.
also known as the Walk 7811. His
Shalom.
brother went to the gathering. We had a men's gathering. I told y'all called the Hebron Men's Gathering in Tennessee.
I was supposed to be
This
there,
brother
man.
right
Me
here
too.
is a part of a select group of people known as what he said, the no shoe crew or whatever. What you call yourself? You ain't have shoes.
What?
You ain't have the shoes on, man.
Team No Shoes. What's that?
Team no shoes. Or it was team no shoes. We was up there for
God.
4 days. This brother didn't wear shoes
Woo!
the whole time, man.
Oh man.
He was on land.
I
We
think
went through a creek
collectively,
and everything. He have no shoes on. He walk around
I think
barefooted.
I think
All
collectively,
praise to the
if I
Most
was to
High.
add up all the time that I was out there in tennis shoes, I think maybe 3 hours altogether that whole trip.
Oh yeah, he put them on a couple times, I guess. But
But the majority of the time we was reading the terrain with the feet pads straight like that. What's going on here on top of the morning? Shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom. What's happening with you,
Hey,
baby?
Shabbat
we
Shalom.
talking about the
God.
Shalom.
separation from
Shalom.
Babylon, man, and the positives and negatives. I mean, it really ain't no negatives, really, but I mean perceived
Yeah, yeah,
negatives. Like our people be, oh man, I don't want to go live in no woods, man. Ain't nothing going on out there, and you know what I'm saying. So speak to that mindset and the fact
yeah.
of you know how it's being turned up in these cities.
Yes,
Wickedness
indeed.
turned up. They trying to legalize pedophilia. They already, they got the trans, uh, 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 they got the LGBTQ URST, whatever it is, on uh in the schools now.
Right.
It's a bunch of wickedness going on. So
Let me first and foremost say we give all praises to
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, sis.
First let me start off by saying we give all praises to the Most High's power. There's only one. All the other gods are paperweights.
All
Let me say
praises.
that. Then let me say salute to all my brothers on here. I see Blue. I see Judah Son. Hiya! I see my brother Yeshayu. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, my kid. You feel me? Shout out to everybody
Shalom.
watching, listening.
Shalom, Miss Pacha.
Um, if you are in a place where you cannot leave comfort, then it's gonna be hard for you to transition out of your lifestyle, having to go into the wilderness. Even looking at Israel when they were leaving Egypt, some of them had been so comfortable, even in captivity, that it was hard for them to
Yeah.
actually realize that the Most High was pulling them out, liberating, and setting them into uncharted lands. So this is gonna be hard for a lot of us modern day Israelites because we're so comfortable. We like our recliners. We like we like the fact that we got food in the refrigerator, that we can cut lights on and off.
Mm-hmm.
That you can play booty games with your wife in the bed. You feel me? That's gonna take a level of discomfort brothers ain't ready to get rid of yet. And so if the brothers are like that, then imagine the sisters. I mean, especially those who really like to play dress up or really like to put on like makeup and weave and stuff. The wilderness experience ain't gonna allow for you to have those luxuries. Um, one thing about being in the wilderness, or one thing about being out in the woods, um, you don't have time to think about what's in the city. You don't. The
Hmm.
Most High just got you in a place where you ain't focused on the city. Um, for myself, being out, cause though that was my first time in the woods of Tennessee, that ain't my first time, in the woods. Like I'm a city boy, but I'm low key a country boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's familiar territory to me to some degree or another. So I wouldn't have a problem with it. The House of
Mm-hmm.
Emanuel would probably have to make some adjustments because some of my people ain't really just made that adjustment. My rib, now she down with it. You feel me? She gonna
Yeah.
get out there. We gonna make it shake. But to the person that has a trouble, coming out of this system in order to transition into a life where we have to rely on what the Most High actually resourced for us, that's gonna be difficult for a lot of people. Um, because they're not used to that life. How many black people them been camping? So how many black people that's gonna be willing to just be like, hey, let's just leave, let's just go, let's just go in the mountains, let's get
Yeah.
away from the city, let's get away from the cities. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on right now, um, I don't feel safe. That makes sense. Um, so it's nothing. I'll leave all this right here. I'll leave it all right here, and I'll take me and mine into the woods. Whoever willing to go, be gone.
Con.
I'll be spotted up.
Con. I mean,
And
con.
the next men's gathering will be focused on surviving in the woods. We have a
Hallelujah.
special forces trained Israelite man that believes in the Torah and everything. They are going to train us how to survive in the wilderness. It's going to be a 4-day thing. The plan is to have it on from Christmas Eve, which is on a Thursday,
Hmm.
until that Sunday. So everybody should be off. Ain't a lot of
Yeah.
jobs that's open on Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Christmas
So
Eve.
it's ain't a lot of excuses you're gonna be able to have. He got 300 some odd acres that we could traverse through and out. That's a small city, by the way. 300 acres, a lot of land.
Yeah. A lot of
Uh,
land to travel if you on
And
your
it's
feet.
it's at the same place,
no, it's in Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. Okay. I got family in Georgia.
North.
I know we're having a get together for the Feast of Dedications. I believe it's gonna be on the day of Christmas. We're supposed to be having it like a gathering, but I still, even if I can leave right after that and then get there and be there for 2 days, I want to. I told myself I'm not gonna miss the next one. I told
Hmm,
myself that,
all
Yeah.
you
praise.
know.
And a lot of
Uh,
brothers say that we hope they all is as diligent as you are and want to get on down there and come see their brothers, man.
yes,
But
indeed.
know, we still kind of talking to him and trying to get stuff kind of figured out. But he's open for those dates.
Hmm.
He's open to do it. Um, it's gonna be cheaper than Passover was. That is for sure. We will get a list together of things you need to have. And that's the plan is to learn for the men to learn things to do and to not do if you should find yourself in the wilderness, which is what y'all need to learn, because if it get bad and you off somewhere and the highway is crazy and you gotta hop out your car and go off into the woods, you need to know what to
Yes,
do.
indeed.
All praise
Yes,
to the
Yeah.
Most
indeed.
High God
All praise to the Most High.
brought this
Yeah.
thing out.
That's gonna be a very very powerful gathering as well. You know,
Fine.
and you know what? That's another reason why on some of my videos I like to touch bases on how with us being the Most High's chosen people, we are one with the environment, like with the animals and with the environment. So you know, I try to get my like it's a way for me to try to like subconsciously get our people used to you know understanding that even when we're out in the wilderness, um, it's good for us to be prepared for that. The Most High wants us to be prepared for that, and even with everything that we prepare for, He still will have his animal, the animal kingdom will be. I won't say at our beck and call, but the same way He allowed animals to be there for our ancestors, He'll do that same thing for us. He'll do that same
Facts.
thing for us. Send animals to bring us food and make like He made manna appear. You know, He will do these things. He will do
Fine.
these things. Use the animals to protect us. You know, say we're off in the wilderness and like maybe some heathens might be trying to get close to us. He'll give us the power to protect ourselves, but He could send a pack of wolves out, you know, to help defend. And you know what I mean?
Fine.
So on top of us already being prepared, he'll set up defenses outside of that just by using the elements and the animals. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why we should feel comfortable being able to move into the wilderness because Abba Yah, man, there is no limit on what he will do to keep his people protected and make sure that we continue to rise up to where he needs us and wants us to be. You know? So yeah, that's deep, man. That's
Facts,
deep.
King. That's facts. The scriptures say that creation is waiting on the sons of God, man. So yeah, brother.
Yes.
Khan,
Yes,
man.
Khan.
Sir. So and it's an honor to meet you too, King, man. I used to watch you and support you all the time, brother. It's good to be on the panel with you, man.
All
The
praise
Blessings
water,
to
the
you, man.
water. I do the same, man. I do the same
to
thing with you too.
All
Especially
praise.
y'all three. This is my first time meeting him, but I definitely support both of y'all, man. You are an amazing lyricist. I support. I mean, really, I'm pretty sure there's other things that y'all do outside of just him making clothes and us, you know, y'all being amazing speakers and being amazing lights. You know, being that salt, that light, that the standards for our people. You know what I'm saying? But you are an amazing lyricist, my brother, and your clothing line, man. Let me tell you something. I see it's a lot of our people who got clothing lines, but it's something about yours that I really like. Like I haven't made like okay, it's a lot of clothing lines that I support and I share, but I really haven't made many purchases. But it was something about it's something about your clothing line that made me was like, you know what, I got to make a purchase. You know what I'm saying? I got to really support her. It's something I don't know, man. It's something about your clothing line, bro. It's powerful. It's powerful.
I
You know
try
what
to
I'm
put the
saying?
scriptures on them. You know, I try to because let me tell you something, man. Weeding, taking words and stuff and cutting them. That stuff is hard, man. This
Yeah,
ain't. This is vinyl. I got to go and peel and do all
yeah,
this do this. So the reason why you don't see a lot of scriptures on clothes is that it's hard.
yeah.
It's hard. It take a lot of work to be able to do that thing, man. But you know, all praise to the Most High, y'all. You know,
All praise.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I forgot you got a clothing line too, don't you? I meant to message you because I wanted to buy some of your friends' shirts. After the Sabbath, I might have to get a hold of you because I seen it on your story one day, Judas son. I want to buy a couple of them friends' shirts because I need some more fringes, man. Like I got some, but I need man, I need fringes for every day. Like I got tassels for when I can't wear my fringes, but I want fringes for every day of the week for real. You know what I'm saying? So
Hallelujah.
I just want to be
Well,
able to
all
support
praises to
my
the
people.
Father, man. After the Sabbath, definitely. You know, we here for the nation, so all praises to
Yes,
the Father.
indeed. Yes,
And I
indeed.
just
All praises.
I I just recently went and got me some tassels, huh? Shout out to both Young Bodine out of Ohio. His brother made me some beautiful tassels. You know what I mean? And
All praises.
Ah,
Man, I
I had
live in
came.
Ohio. I need to get a hold of him.
you in
Yeah, I
Ohio?
was just
Yeah,
out
I
there.
live in
You heard me.
Ohio.
What What
I
part you
bought my
in?
tassels from Florida, so he live in Ohio. That's closer.
Right. He
um,
he right there in Dayton.
he live in Dayton. I live in Sandusky, Ohio. I'm from Illinois, but you know, me and my family moved here like a little bit ago. You know, it's bad out there, so you know, my grandma wanted to get us away from what was going on out there. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
live in Sandusky, Ohio. If you ever heard of Cedar Point, or
Oh
like
yeah.
Kalahari,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
like we got some, you know, some tourist attractions out here. You know, but yeah, I live in Sandusky, Ohio.
Oh, praises. Yeah, I was just out in Cincinnati few few days ago. Uh beautiful, beautiful city.
Yeah,
Beautiful
a lot
state.
of Hebrews out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We was deep. We was deep. Shout out to the House of Ty Serve, man. We were deep, man. Met with Yasharal out of Israel now.
All
Met Ezra
praises.
Yahoo, met a bunch of just righteous brothers and sisters out there laboring for the kingdom. Shout out to Bruce Spitter. He just dropped the morsel bread tape last week. Um, we were blessed to
Mm.
uh link back up again, me and Ty Serve, because last time I saw him, we were actually at the Salt community.
At the
All
Um,
gas,
praises. Ty
bro.
yes,
server, real one too.
and, just been laboring, just been mash, we've been in mash mode, man. Him and Lorvins just dropped some new stuff. I wasn't supposed to go too deep into it, but I actually got a song with Lorvin, Serve, and his rib. So that's a feature that's gonna be nice. Um,
All right, hold on, baby.
Shout out to Snipes out in Detroit. You feel me? Finally had a chance to meet that brother. We were in Ohio deep. I'm gonna say this. We was on the corner. And you know how
Man,
like brothers be in a cipher on the corner,
yeah.
police passing by, people walking down the street in their Halloween costumes. I think that's about the most life they've ever seen on that corner ever. You know what I mean? And so all praises to Abba, for allowing us to just have a little
All
a little
praises.
a little bit of reflection on that corner right there. You know what I mean? About 7 8 feet. Um, but the laboring, especially with preparing ourselves for this transition. A lot of us need to be spiritually ready to transition physically from our level of comfort into what is uncomfortable, in order to make adjustments to prepare for what's to come. I don't want to be in the city. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to hitch a ride, something. I'm not trying to be, no, not
Yeah,
stuff is hitting the
for real.
proverbial fan. I'm
Yes,
no
indeed.
like this anymore. You know, to our Hellenized family, that's slowly waking up, man. This is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They didn't put so much attention on this election, that
Mm-hmm.
they are not telling us the other stuff. So somebody gotta be nosy enough to look. Right
Yeah.
now they're in the process of putting this third temple up. So it's things that's taking place behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they don't want us to see, because that would mean that we would be a little more prepared. So when we start looking at the way that the world system is set up, and voting and all of this crap. Now it's like you could have probably fooled me when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, but I'm 40 something now. So you got to be pretty slick to pull a fast one over on old even right now. You feel me? We pray. We just pray everybody be ready. Just pray when it's time to move. Everybody be ready to move. And remember Lot's wife.
Sheesh.
Ooh. All
That
praises. That's
that was a
powerful.
that was a two-edged sword. That's for the men and the women. It's gonna be a lot of niggas that's
Yes.
gonna be comfortable, and they're not gonna want to let go of them Xboxes and them PlayStations and all. It's
Uh-huh.
gonna be
Yeah.
discomfort on every level in this transition. So remember Lot's wife. Leave every man. You know what an elder told us in Salt? He say, when you get the soldiers on the field, or when you get them on the island and they get to shore, burn the boats.
Hmm.
Sheesh.
You fight better when you ain't got nothing to look forward to getting in to go home. That may have to be your home. Burn the
Yeah.
Tell all the generals, burn the boats. Yeah.
We here.
I can water for
We
Hey,
that one.
here. Like
Sheesh.
that's I like that. That's
it's
a
a
great
story. It's a story
bow.
that goes with that.
Hmm.
That's actually a true story.
Oh,
There
that's a
was
true
like
story.
there was like a group of I want to say brews. There was either some brews or some Muslims, or it was a it was the Israelite leading a group of brothers. It was kind of like a 300 kind of a deal. Like it was a
Ah,
small army going against a big army, and they had to sail to get there. And
Hmm.
they sailed there, and everybody was all scared or whatever. So the leader told his men, he said, "Go burn them boats."
Mm.
And when they wouldn't burn them boats, he said, "Now look, you got death behind you, but you got a chance at life ahead of you.
yeah, yeah.
So
Which way you going?
which
You
way
gonna
you
go
going?"
Sheesh.
run to your death? You gonna fight for your life?
Mm.
That,
Know
that
what I'm
that's a
saying?
morale boost right there.
Yeah, God. You want the kingdom of
Yeah,
death, man.
no
Man,
point crying.
what?
You want to starve, or you want to go take your freedom? You want to go take life. So
Hmm.
it was something else I was wanting to bring. Oh yeah, um, if it got bad and there was armies on the streets and there was wars and there was famines and all that, you would go to a place of safety and wouldn't care about having amenities. You wouldn't care about your Xbox or your TV. You wouldn't even care about electricity. You make do. Don't wait to be put in that position to make moves that you can make now.
God.
Yeah, God,
Don't
God.
wait until you don't have no other choice that you'll take whatever you can get. No, get going now and go and create something. Go get adjusted. You can go and get comfortably adjusted now. You want to wait until it's tanks on the street and you gotta bob and weave through checkpoints and all that to get to where you're going. Nah, do it
Mm.
now while you yet
God.
got breath in your lungs and while you got the freedoms.
I ain't trying to be throwing no rocks at no tanks. I'm not trying to say, not trying to do
Not
that.
gonna help.
I'm trying to
He said,
duck off the land. Feel me? Them boys got some stones, bro. They be they
Drones and
rock be
all
about that big.
Mm.
This tank is huge. You feel me?
that. You really should be getting somewhere and securing it,
Yeah.
getting your perimeter set, finding out, if this happened, I can go here, if that happened, I can go there, and getting with like-minded people to get armed and get ready. Because wherever we go, listen, it's like Egypt. Even after all the plagues, people don't talk about this. Even after all the plagues happened, one day they said, hold on, we need to go get them. They still didn't want to let us go. The plagues made them let us go. And then they had a chance to think about it. And they went back to try to get us again. These people not gonna let us go willingly.
God.
So even if we go to these communities, they don't come. But the thing about it is you need to prepare yourself. First of all, you need to get somewhere to where you can cleanse yourself of impurities and of
Mm.
wickedness so that the most high will intercede for you
God.
and be your hedge of protection. You can't you can't even truly be clean out here, man. You dealing with people that don't observe your laws. The women, when they unclean, gonna go to work and still serve you food.
Mm.
The men, when they unclean, gonna go to work and still serve you food. So you pray over, you do all this, but at the end of the day, it still ain't supposed to be done.
God.
You need to get somewhere where there's order, where there's Torah being observed. And that's one of the main things we need to understand is that we can't get what we need to get in these cities. Not even from the scriptures. You can't get it. You can get tokens of it and pieces of it, but what you should have got from the scriptures is a mind that tell you that where I'm at and what I'm doing ain't where I need to be at and what I need to be doing. I need to be somewhere with my people. I need to be raising my children around people that believe this book, that live this book, and that's got to be your whole mind.
God.
God,
Can
Good.
I hit something
God.
on that, King, that you were saying? It's
Absolutely.
That's very important too, because even in the midst of Israel, when we was in the wilderness, those that wasn't listening and hearkening, that's why it's important for us to be on one accord and walking together. He had to send out them serpents. We ain't trying to be in the midst of none of that. Father, you sending blessings and manna and some bird for us to eat. We don't want to have to deal with bringing in, people that's not going to be on one accord. And, the Most High may have to send a judgment out, and it could mess up the whole camp or the whole congregation because people not in line. You know what I mean? So that's definitely, yeah.
And two, why wouldn't these people being resourceful? Why ain't they hunting their own food? Why they begging the Most High to send them food from out of nowhere? Why you in the wilderness? Why ain't you create? Why ain't you going to Elohim and go and create where there's nothing, going and producing where there's lack?
Because they were unappreciative.
It's
just we just gonna just talk facts. You get rescued. You watch the power. You watch the power of the one true power deliver you out of captivity. You got mighty way. You got fire by night. You got a pillar cloud by day. You done seen the sea bust open. Everybody cross over to the other side. He done got water from rock. You got manna from heaven. These niggas was comfortable. They would have rather have died in Egypt
out their mouth. Crazy.
Than to have went and endured being tried in the fires of adversity. See, we as a people, we don't really know what it's like to be tried in the fires of adversity. We don't really, we didn't probably win a day or two without lights, but really, have we really been tried in the fires of adversity? Have we really, each one of us individually and each one of us that's watching this live right now, ask yourselves, have we truly been tried in the fires of adversity? The answer is no. You can't say because you've been molested and all that. That we're not talking about that. We talking about, have you truly been put through the ringer to where you can say, hey, right now, if it come down to it, I can leave this whole world system behind to go get away and be one and connect with the Most High. That's rare. We are too damn comfortable in our lifestyles. And if it came down to it, we're going to have to make a choice, like really, really quick. Like Blue was saying, it should be within 30 seconds, we out of here. I'm not waiting for the tanks to come. I'm not waiting for the military to come and knock on my door. That's stupid. They got way more guns than I do. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
Nobody's trying to fight my way out the city.
The process of cleansing ourselves, man.
Yes.
It's a lot of things. Like, we surrounded by demonic spirits in these cities. You're dealing with people that got molesting on their heart. They got lust on their heart. They got hate, envy. These people playing with Ouija boards. You got people drinking menstrual blood. These heathens, they're in all manner of wickedness, man. It's what we're surrounding ourselves with and our children with. Most High he can't be around that.
That's real.
All of the cleanliness laws was so the Most High could come and walk through the camps. How you gonna walk through our camps? We got all this stuff going on, man. We got to get up out of these places and go and establish something that's righteous and where there's order. And that's why it's being brought forth. Even the idea, our people ain't had this idea. Well, we cared about this stuff 20 years ago. What our parents cared about it 20 years ago, and their parents. It was all about living in some nice white neighborhood.
Playing spades, dominoes.
Trying to live like them.
I want to go somewhere where, look, if I see a face of someone from another nation, they need to be a Torah keeper.
That's right.
It ain't about like if you white, you can't come. No, but you need to be a Torah keeper. Even if you black and you ain't no Torah keeper, I don't need to see you for real. Cause who knows what you're doing?
God.
If you're not Torah minded, you bound to get in all kind of foolishness and bring
Right.
it to me and bring it in my house. These spirits on you.
Mhm.
And I'm not about to let you risk my safety and the safety of those around me because you want to be a nigga. Nah.
Right.
That's real.
Take such a
That's
one.
real.
Take that one. Bind him hand and foot. You feel me? Cast him in the outer darkness. Let
Yeah.
him be out there with the dogs. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Out of here with that nonsense, man. We ain't got time for foolishness. We ain't got time for no effeminate men. We ain't got time for no
Mhm.
masculine women. We need everybody to be in order because when it's time to move, it shouldn't be no complaining. It shouldn't be no haphazard, no
Oh yeah.
half-ass. Oh, but wait, let me go get my dog. No,
Oh
there should be
no.
none of that.
Oh no.
Have all your stuff. What they was the Passover. They were dressed on some eat and run.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Quick.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner dash. Hey,
That's
too,
real.
another thing. Brothers need to know, they want to talk about sisters, wearing a garment that pertains to a man in pants and all that. But in the spiritual world, that's a feminization for a man to wear what pertains to a woman. The office of a man, that provider, that protector, that firm hand, if you don't hold that office, then that means you got the characteristics of a woman. Women
Bring
can
it
be
up.
careless.
Con.
Boys,
Women
been spoken.
could not have to be providers and protectors because it's not for them to be.
That's right.
So if you don't hold the office of a man, you're effeminate.
That's right.
Big
You
blue
ain't gotta
facts.
be gay. You just gotta be slacking on your duties.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
I was just that's the spirit, man. Because I was just talking about this with a Hebrew Israelite sister just yesterday. Like she was telling me, my apologies, I didn't mean to cut you off like
No,
that.
no, you're
She
fine.
was telling me how
All the time. I don't mean
she in the truth, right? And her husband is not in the truth. She's in the truth. Like she's a part of like the community here where I'm at. We all gather together and stuff. Her husband's not in the truth, and he's not showing forth the effort to want to come into the truth at all. And this is her husband, right? And he told her that she was his covering. Now he might not understand on the level that we do, but I told her, I was like, hey, that's effeminate. And I was like, he don't got to be gay. It's crazy you say that because I'm like, he don't got to be gay. I'm like, if we looking at it the way Abba y'all look at it, that's effeminate because it goes, he has an order of doing things, and he ain't dealing with that. He ain't dealing with that at all. And like what could a woman do in a situation like that if she's in the truth but her husband not in the truth, and he ain't showing no signs. I mean, we know Abba Yah is giving people a reprobate mind, and he don't want us to be unequally yoked. But I don't really know what to say to her in certain situations because it's like, wow, I don't think I've ever encountered that. I've encountered a man being in the truth and his wife not, but
Right.
the reverse is, I don't know. Sometimes
Well,
I don't know what to say.
I
I don't know
mean,
what to say.
is she pleased with him?
I'm gonna be 100. Like, he's not a bad guy, because we sometimes we gather at her place, you know what I'm saying? So I know him. He's not a bad guy, but it's like when it comes to the Abba Yah, you could be a nice guy in the heathen society, and that's not enough for the Most High.
That's right.
That ain't enough for him. You know what I'm
That's
saying? You're
right.
gonna have to you gonna follow his
Paul ain't
ordinance.
be offended by it.
Exactly. You comfortable in your captivity, basically. Like you're effeminate and you being slowful when it comes to trying to like. I just can't understand it. To me, Abba giving him a reprobate mind. Most High forgive me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, she really ain't with it. Like I've heard her say she need a spiritual covering, like amongst us, like just being open because we're open with each other. You know what I mean? And I've heard
Right.
her say, like, man, she need that. She know what her spiritual covering is supposed to be, and she does not have it.
That's a
And
good sister. I told my
she,
wife yesterday, it was a couple days ago. We was riding. And at first she was offended. I was like, because we was talking about homes being out of order and
yes,
sisters being out of order. And I was like, the Most High don't deal with women.
yeah, yeah,
Now, it threw her off. She's like, what you mean? You mean the Most High don't deal with women? I said, look, the Most High deal with you. He gonna put a righteous man in your life. that by following that righteous man and getting instruction and guidance, then you are fit to receive the blessings that he gonna give.
Got a boo boo. He okay?
That's the only way he gonna deal with you. Nobody deals directly with the Most High, y'all. That's why we gotta pray in the name of Yahushua Mashiach or Yahushua. David never talked face to face to the Most High, y'all. He had to go through the prophets,
Mm-hmm.
Come on
through the
now.
priests.
So
why you think in this world women think you can't tell a woman the Most High not gonna deal with her. You will get some real. Tell a black woman
you don't get this work. You don't get this work, bro. Trust me. I done got it my handed to me.
The Most High is so gracious. When I said it, I didn't really know exactly how to explain it.
Yeah.
But I knew from Adam that how Eve fell was that when the women fall, it's because of us. And the reason it's because of us, because the Most High gave us them to be to them what he is to us. You get what I'm saying? It's like that guide, that firm hand. That's why it's effeminate to not fulfill your office. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
Yes, indeed. God.
It's that great mystery.
I get what the brothers was saying, kind of sort of now about not getting in without a covering. Not that you had to be married, but you got to come up under. You're not gonna get the understanding you need, the guidance you need, without getting it from a man. How can Nicodemus said it? How can I learn unless I'm taught? You get what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be taught. The Most High is gonna instruct the man in his infinite wisdom, in his infinite ways, to bring that knowledge and understanding to the woman. So how you get the Most High to deal with you is, you seek him, you be righteous, you pray and cry out for a covering, and he's gonna put somebody in your life to be that for you. You get what I'm saying? Now that's why a wicked woman is given to a wicked man, because a wicked man can't impart knowledge and wisdom to a woman.
Yes.
She don't have it.
Bring that out.
So that's why he gonna get him a wicked wife, because she deserves it, because in her own way she being wicked. That's why we gotta cleanse and purge the unclean thing from among us, so we can be blameless, and so we can get the righteousness that the Most High wants to give and impart to us.
God.
So we gotta ask ourselves when we're going through trials and tribulations, what are we doing?
God.
We gotta consider, and that's what I was trying to point out to my wife, is that, that's how the Most High show, because he don't, nowhere in the book are women dealt with business wise or even spiritually without it coming through a man first. It just don't. It's out of order for him to approach you. That's why you can't have two masters. Because if you serve a Hasatan, Most High can't deal with you. You married. You married to Hasatan. You married to witness.
Man.
Most High can't have no input with you. That's adultery.
God.
Man.
So that's a controversial topic right there.
That is.
You on it, Doc?
It shouldn't be, but
it is. But it definitely is. You have a lot of every time that topic is brought up, the targets on our back get bigger. Just know that. And now mine is like a big old billboard sign, because I'm gonna continually say what we know is facts, and we have to stand on what we know. I don't want to make it seem like we just banging on the opposite sex. We all need each other, but at the same time, there's an order, and everything is supposed to be done decently and in order. And that's the issue that a lot of our men and women have, is that you're low-key giving place to the woman. You're low-key giving your power to the woman. And it's nothing against her. It's just saying that we know we ain't supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We just not supposed
to. Now, wise counsel, wise instruction, women can have wise words to give to a man. They can be a proper help
all the time.
We're not talking about that. We talking about guidance. A woman ain't supposed to guide a man.
No,
No, it's an abomination.
Girl, where you leading me? Girl, I can't even imagine.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get her. I mean, she understand that. I wasn't even trying to get her to understand it. She already know that. And I'm like, I was trying my best to, try to comfort her in the situation. Whereas, like, I mean, with us being in a community together with woke people, I'm guessing the men that are in our community, like we are her covering, I guess, if you could say it like that. But like, I'm not sure. Like, what would you say to her?
You
What
gotta
would you
get
say?
that up. It ain't about her.
Yeah, that part.
Listen to her, get her little feelings on it, and go to him, take him to the scriptures and show him where he's off it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. This is how I got to the conversation with my wife about that. I'm like, there's responsibility that come with this. A woman to hear that the Most High won't deal with her directly and get offended, but it's like this. It's an order to it. So when he come to kill and when he come to bring destruction, he coming to us. You don't want to talk to you. He want to talk to us about why didn't you take care of. It's like the thing about the talents. I gave you this talent. What did you do with it?
Man.
What did you do with this gift I gave you?
I put it in a napkin and I buried it because I knew you was a shrewd master. I went and got one of them napkins that don't get wet like that. You just put that thing in the ground.
That thing. Our sisters need to understand that what's been done to them, this independent thing, this having to be the provider, it was an abomination. It is not supposed to be. You are not supposed to be working for no. First of all, the men ain't supposed to be working for the heathen.
Thank you.
How much more of an abomination is it to send out for work and to be told do this and go here and go there? A man wife ain't supposed to be told by no other man to go do nothing.
Oh, wait.
Can you say that again for the people in the back? Can you say that again for the people in the back?
A woman is not supposed to be told. A man's wife is not to be told by no other man to go do nothing.
All right. Hallelujah.
It's an abomination. She's supposed to. The man is supposed to go to the other man and say, "Listen, could you get your wife to do this for me?" And then he go and ask her or instruct her to do so. It ain't supposed to be. That's how. See, people are concerned themselves with precepts all day and miss that. I didn't no precepts to get this. I see the order. I see the order. I see how the Most High laid it out. That's why we're not supposed to lend ourselves to wicked counsel. We the Most High bride.
That's right.
We're not supposed to be instructed. I know what we're not. You get what I'm saying? Like it all goes together. But people concerning themselves with so much other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's why they don't grow. That's why they ever learning, but never get into true knowledge of the Most High Yah, man. You know, and
that's deep.
It's the season, man. All praise to the Most High for bringing out this kind of stuff, man.
All praises. All praises. And that's powerful. That's powerful, man. That's powerful. And this is the stuff that I need to hear so I can help relay, like, speak to, her in a certain way. Cause it's like, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all, man. Like, I've even tried to, like, we didn't have gatherings, you know what I'm saying? And, we try to invite him, we try to get him involved, and he just don't want no part of it. Like, he just don't want no part of it at all. And I'm just trying to understand, like, this has to be Abba Yah. It's not even that it has to be. I know that it's him because we know the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? All praises to Abba Yah, but it's like, your woman is so passionate. Your queen is so passionate about being in this truth. She's gathering with people of like-minded in a group. And it's like, you don't want to be a part of that. Like, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have these, as a matter of fact, you might've been on this call. You might've been on this call last week, Akiam, Brandon Lewis, her and her husband got on the line. It's the Gird the Nation
Prayer line,
men's prayer line, and her and her husband got on the line,
have
and
a lot.
he jumped on there and said, what did he say? He was on a separate path from her. He said that she was going like they was on two separate paths basically. And I couldn't even understand that. How could you be married with somebody but say that you're on separate paths? You know what I mean? And if she's on the path of righteousness, then what path are you saying that you're on? It's that has to be a frustrating situation. You know what I mean? And I feel bad because she's our sister. You know what I'm saying? She's a daughter of Zion, and I feel so bad because she is passionate about this truth. She is serious about it. You know what I mean? And then her husband is just like, I don't know. I'm
That
not
seems,
saying he a bad guy, but
that seems to be
huh?
the most passionate sisters. A lot of the time, not all the times, because I'm married to a passionate sister, but
Yeah.
uh, they find themselves with husbands. That's why too you got white. See, I did a video the other day. I said your wife shouldn't be making more noise than Yasharal than you.
Hmm.
Your wife shouldn't be known at the gates, and don't nobody know who her husband is.
We.
It's a foundation, man. Listen, man. My wife not making more noise than me. She posts scriptures and all this, but she's not known like me. Same thing, I'm sure, with all you brothers. But that's how it's supposed to be. Not that your wife should post scripture and be known amongst the sisters and all that. What I'm saying is that her zeal for the Most High Yah should not be overshadowing yours at all. Otherwise, you're not in your position.
At all. That's that Ahab spirit.
We got to, this is cold truth, man. A lot of brothers it, and they thinking as long as they ain't homosexual, they dodging it. It's so bad. If you like this, you can't even get in. Can't even get to the so because you see what happens when when a feminization arises in the home. You see how these women get off, and when these women get off, where you think the children going? So now you're gonna have a whole generation that produce another generation that's off. So you see how the feminization is wicked as hell. If the man don't bring order and don't bring instruction and guidance, it multiplies. Wickedness abounds. It's gonna grow. It's not gonna sit and just be him. Oh, we on different paths. No, because now you done brought your wife under stress. You done brought your wife under a kind of a bondage to where now she's susceptible to different spirits now. Now she's susceptible to fornication now, to adultery now. Because now she don't see you as being something she can be prideful in. So now she can slide off. She find a brother that's real strong in the truth. And if he should be weak in the flesh or lustful and wicked, next thing you know, they having sex. Because you done left the door open. You done left room for the serpent to come entice your wife. You get what this thing is real, man. This thing is deep. And people will be so happy with fringes and head wraps. Meanwhile, it's a whole thing that go along with this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bigger than we think.
That's powerful, man. That's powerful, man. What you just said, like
whether you rocking fringes or Babylonian fashions, most of us still serve two masters, which is dangerous. Because when it comes time again for us to shed off what we know we need to let go of, it's gonna be difficult. For some of us. Not all of us, for some of us. When it comes down to being unequally yoked, man, I would rather live in the most horrible conditions than to be in a situation with an unrighteous person.
Man.
You know, there's a movie coming out. You know, we're already in the scene of it. You know that movie? It's called Rise of the Planet of the Reprobates.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
People are
tripping.
coming
I'm
up.
tripping.
They're showing out right now. You feel me?
Hold on,
Um,
that's a real movie.
nah, I'm just, I'm just rapping right now.
I'm about to say,
You
man,
know what I'm saying?
hey,
We looking at. I mean, cut the TV on. The movie's on. You feel me? We are
yeah,
in the scene. We're
yeah,
living in scenes
yeah.
where we are in the rise of the planet of the reprobates. They
Yes,
are
indeed.
showing themselves to be reprobate.
Sheesh.
Con.
For anyone to say I'm on a different path, okay, explain what kind of path you on. You feel me? Like
That's what
that
I was
sounds
thinking.
weird to me.
Yeah.
Witchcraft.
Yeah. Well, what did you, a sodomite? What is you doing? We need to
That
know.
Right.
that that sounded odd to me.
You know?
knowing the path she on, the path of truth and righteousness. Like what? So what's this other path? What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
And I felt like why would you jump on the prayer line and say that to all of us? It was it had to be like 9 or 8 of us on this prayer line all at the time, maybe more, maybe more.
right.
And I was like, whoa, like, huh? Like, if a person was ever second guessing, ain't no more second guessing to that. You know what I
You
mean?
already see. So that lets you see it's a reprobate mindset. Anyone who's willing to boldly profess that they are a reprobate, get out their way. You feel me? Listen, the Most High has already passed judgment on these people. Some of these folks
Yeah,
he already done sealed them. It's in the books.
yeah.
Just don't count yourself among those folks. We was giving this, we were bringing out this lesson last night. What do you do with unfruitful works? You expose them. You don't have fellowship with them. So this brother,
Mm,
seeing as where he's an unfruitful work of darkness, it's gonna be hard, but it's come down to, all right, sis, what you gonna do? Because your husband, he ain't with it. He's supposed to be the one that's leading the charge, you know. And even some of us in Israel, sometimes then got
Sometimes you got
a little lackluster in our performance.
yeah.
But that's where you have to ask the Most High to make sure that the fires of your altar never burn out. You gotta keep that fire. It's only Him that can keep that fire lit inside you anyway, to be able to be the light that you need to be for His people. So when you're dealing with someone who is reprobate, who's letting you know that they not finna adhere to what we really supposed to be doing. All right, appreciate you. All right, we need to start making people understand that if you not walking this walk, you the one that's not cool. You the lame. You the square. You
All
feel me?
praises.
If you ain't on this drip, if you ain't on this righteous walk, you the lame. Use the buster. Use the sucker MC. You feel me? You're not finna make me feel bad for making a life-saving choice. You can't.
Not.
So our job is to make people understand, or to even make our brothers and sisters who choose to be reprobate. You sure that's your or is that your final answer? Is that your final answer? You sure you want to
Con,
be reprobate? All right, let me get
con.
out your way, because I don't want to get touched when you get touched. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's
Because any
real.
of us can get touched at this point. It don't matter if you rocking Babylonian fashions or fringes. Any of us can still get touched. So
That's real.
that means that there's a criteria that comes with saying you're one of Yah's children. Everybody want to be a child of God until it come down to the requirements.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you meeting the requirements to be considered a child of obedience? Are you meeting the stipulations? Are you in the parameters? Are you following the respectable parameters to be considered called or chosen? Mm.
Con.
What it is.
Uh,
It's so. What is a tree known by?
It's fruit,
True.
What's on your tree?
baby. Hold on.
When you see brothers that are willingly saying, I'm going a different path. No, no, be real. You're really rejecting the word. You're really rejecting the bar. That's what you're doing.
That's real.
And so, why should I have fellowship with you? Oh, most Israelites gonna be like, well, Hamashiach, he sat with the publicans and the sinners. Really? You think that was every day? You think he was pulling up like, hey, y'all, what's up?
Come on,
It's
all right.
me,
Oh
Hamashiach.
no,
Oh, y'all got some
not at
bread, y'all got
all.
some fish. Bet, let's chop it up. No,
Come on, all right.
I'm gonna break bread with you, but I got a mission. My mission don't stop right here. It ain't gonna end right here. We are to model our big brother.
So
Anybody who disagrees with that, well, that person is a liar, and the truth is not. The truth ain't in them.
Absolutely.
You take that dude or that person, that female, you bind them hand and foot, you get them up out of here. We don't need them in the mix. We are pretty much knowing that the blueprint is giving us how to deal with people, whether they be righteous or reprobate. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
even when it comes to this sister, at this point, once you lay out the, hey, this is what it is for you, you know what I'm saying? At some point, she's gonna have to make a real executive decision. Who's more important? Who's your master?
Con.
That's scary, but it's so refreshing at the same time, because for us that know what's up, it's a no-brainer. I'm a Torah keeper. To hell with this world. I'm leaving everything behind. For
That's
others, it may
right.
not be that easy. I get
That's
right with the
right.
Lord. Let me get about another 1,500 in my pocket. Let me go and get this whip real quick at this house, or let me. You're putting a time stamp on the Most High's will. You danger. Yeah, danger. So you take that one. You either remove yourself from him, or you remove him from you. Either way, make a choice. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure at the end of it that as believers, as Israelites, we're counted righteous in the eyes of the Most High. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
I do not want Hamashiach judging me.
It's gonna be a wicked judgment. We want to be we aim to be standing on the other side of that. You know how he said we would judge angels and we would judge nations. We want to be standing on the other side of that, looking at them like, yeah, we told y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to be on that Luke 19:27. If he
Yes,
say
sir.
go, if he say go lay her down, get what? Come here, mama. Come here, bruh. You feel me? Now we done talked. You done rejected. Now, come on. Can I go kill her? Oh, come. You feel me?
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna come down to repent or die for real. It's
Yes
already we
indeed.
already there. You know what I'm
Yes
saying?
indeed.
So
You know how many parents would stone their children?
Disobedience. Yeah.
That's how serious it is.
took them to the elders.
You know,
Hey, we can't make them mind.
Christianity, we think a lot of times that we've separated ourselves, right? We have in a lot of the religious constructs of it, right? The ceremonial ways. But in the ways of, our understanding about the scriptures, a lot of times it's still quite Christian. It didn't water it down. Christianity has watered down uh our understanding of the judgments that come with scripture.
Right.
It's something. Moses came down off that mountain and killed like 3,500 people.
Right.
He didn't come off that mountain playing.
No. So didn't.
So how was we getting the instructions he brought down off the mountain and we playing? Like it's a seriousness, it's a righteous judgment that come with this thing. That's why the scripture always asks for judgment, righteous judgment. That's in all our affairs. That's all the way across the board, but it starts at home. How can we
Right.
judge the nations? We can't judge amongst ourselves.
Right. A lot of us don't have it in us to judge ourselves. That would mean you really, really are on your square. You know what I'm saying? But when and that's the Christian church. The Christian church will tell you, oh well, you say don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. Show me where it say that. I've actually been in the church and have asked them
Well,
to
it
show me
say
that.
don't judge lest ye be
Yeah,
judged, right?
exactly.
But if you
But then
blameless, you can go judge everybody you want.
because it say he that is in the spirit can judge all things. So if the ruach is on you, you can judge things because that ruach hakodesh ain't gonna allow no foolishness to come within your circle or in your square.
You're a hypocrite. You
Yeah,
can judge, just don't be guilty of what you judging folks on.
yeah, for real. You can't be no
Hey,
nigga
don't
talking
judge.
about
Don't get it twisted.
don't be
Don't
gay
say
if you got a
my wife.
boyfriend.
I can condemn an adulterer.
Yeah.
If I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal, I can condemn a liar, a cheater, and a stealer.
Hallelujah.
It ain't about all trying to. No, niggas quit. I don't do it, so I can tell you don't do it. But if I
It's
do
hard,
it,
man.
don't do it, I'm a hypocrite.
It's hard, man. These girls won't leave me alone, dog. For real. Man, you better. Hey,
You got the power. You know that goes back to that feminism. If you don't have the strength as a man to turn away from that, then what does that leave you? What kind of spirit you got on you? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why in Ezekiel, Abba said when we go back to that wilderness, he said he gonna purge the rebels out from among us. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
He said them rebels are gonna be purged out. He ain't even gonna give them no chance like he did when they came up out of Egypt. He gonna set it straight right there. Hey, he gonna whoever ain't with it, they gonna get purged up out. They gonna get purged up out.
That's real. Hiding behind the tree and the unclean foods and everything, and fire gonna come on.
I've had Christian pastors and I've had Christian ministers and pastors still try to justify eating abominations. And like, all right, you know what? I'm finna move around because when he, come snatching boys up, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke. It like when you look at James 4:4 and it talks about the enemy of Yahuwah, the enemy of Yahuwah. What you saying? So you just get singled out just like that. You just got singled out, the enemy of Yahuwah. Man, look, I take my chances, man, and I say this all the time, and of course I'm gonna be respectful because it's the Shabbat. But man, to hell with this world system, man, to hell with these streets, to hell with the ideologies and the philosophies of men, the traditions, all that. Voting, being a patriot, you better be a patriot of Israel. Why you, you know what I'm saying? Why you trying to be patriotic? Show your loyalty to the real king, to the true king. You feel me? You're not doing that, then it's gonna be hard to talk anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Con. We done showed our loyalty to these other nations, man, for how long? Not only us, the people before us, the people before them, the people before them, and it ain't got us nowhere. It ain't got us nowhere. So it's time that we show loyalty, just like you said, to the true our Lord, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and the King of Kings. You know what I mean? And do our best to walk the way He walked. And it's something I want to share with y'all too. When I woke up yesterday morning, man, the Most High spoke clear to me. Like He spoke clear to me. Live like a disciple. I mean, I opened my eyes up yesterday morning. The first thing I heard clear: live like a disciple. And I know that wasn't just meant for me. That was meant for me to share with my people too. I had made a status, something like that. But all I heard was live like a disciple. I added on to the status, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the Abba spoke to me yesterday. Live like a disciple. We are living in those times. As we know, the disciples, it was 12 of them, but in these days, He taking 12,000 from each 12 tribes. So this gonna be the disciples on a whole nother level. The disciples was like a sample of what's coming from that 144K. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep. We in them times. It's all praises.
Yes, sir.
Hey, gentlemen, I was definitely a honor and a privilege to be able to sit up and chew the meat, spit out the bones with y'all this morning. I am about to get ready to step to the left. I gotta go do some counseling. Huh?
What'd you just say?
I
Do a
say
what? What?
I say it's definitely been an honor and a pleasure to sit here and chew the meat and spit out the bones with y'all.
To chew the
Um,
meat, spit out the bones. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Um,
there. Country boy.
but I
All
definitely,
praises.
got to step to the left. I got to do some more counseling with some brothers and some sisters today. I got to go do some field work. I just want
All
to say
praises.
that I love y'all. Please say a prayer for your aunt tomorrow. I'll be 42 years on this earth. Um, got a lot still kind of finishing up and putting together.
Con.
Um, I
42
just
years
want to
young.
see y'all in the kingdom. That's my heart's desire that all of Israel see salvation, that we all make it to the kingdom. That's where I'm at. I love y'all. Judah son, get at me.
Got you, King.
Yeshaya, love you, my king. You feel me? Blue, you already
Love you
know what it
too.
is. You feel
Love
me?
you too.
I'm taking about a month to get my health and stuff back up. I'll be on the road soon. My next spot will be Flint, Michigan.
Oh, you gonna be up? You gonna be up here by me? I'm gonna have to come through.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Travis Snipes, man. I definitely I'm trying to be on that end in the Midwest here soon. We definitely got some awesome works on the
That is
plate.
definitely not the Midwest. That is
That's
North.
not Midwest.
North.
See how far down south I am, man. I'm out here in Texas. it's hey, look, it's still warm and we still got some sun out here in these parts. That's what I'm saying.
Troy.
Bro,
Hey, I'm gonna be 100. You can't tell the seasons apart up here right now, man. It's about six. I ain't never hold on. In my whole entire time I've lived in Ohio, I have never experienced a warm day in November. Man, it's so warm out here. You can wear shorts. You can't tell the seasons apart. But we living in them times, man.
hallelujah.
We living in them
Hey,
times.
anytime you can see the sun on this side and the moon on this side, yeah, it's coming to a very, very serious head.
Yes, indeed.
I just pray that
The
we all
beginning is
continue to
near.
endure. I pray that we all continue to Isaiah 58:1, that we stand still, second Ezra 2. You feel me? Just remain the endurance runner. Hallelujah.
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 All right, man. 12 tribes, one nation. We still rocking. 5 smooth
Hey,
stones on the way. You feel me?
Kwam Yasharala,
Hallelujah.
Shalom.
God. Shalom Malak.
Shalom.
Shalom out. All right, hallelujah.
Powerful.
Praises, man.
Man.
All praises.
Well,
That's beautiful.
I want to tell the people, I know it seems like the topic kind of fluctuated, but all these things are about leaving Babylon. It's about leaving the mindset, because it ain't no good if your body leaves and your mind is still here.
Khan.
So a lot of things we address is about a mental Babylonian captivity, a spiritual one, because um as you see from the Exodus, our people left Egypt, but they still had an Egyptian mindset. That's why they made calves and all that.
Con.
So we have to be sure not to take with us the mindset that we've learned in this captivity. We need to shed all that. We need to leave it all behind. Spiritually, we need to go into our gatherings, into our communities that we build or come to. We need to go butt naked spiritually.
Khan.
We need to go spiritually butt naked. We don't need to take no clothing that's not of the Most High Yah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You
No
are absolutely
garment
correct.
Con, King.
So that was the point of the whole thing, man. I didn't know. I just got up this morning. I felt like, and I was up earlier than usual. I've been up since about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was a reason behind it. I felt like some needed to be said or done, and
Khan.
this whole thing started from just that idea. You know what I'm saying? And it turned into all this. I have experienced the fact that when our people get together and start talking about life and the scriptures, that these kind of conversations happen. So that's what the chop up is all about. We got a long line of these kind of videos, that brothers then came together and then sat and talked and expressed their views and opinions on a lot of things, and edification happens, and it's just beautiful. All praise to the Most High. Yeah.
Oh, praise to the Most High. I appreciate the invite. Like, I appreciate the invite and just you considering me, just being able to come in and gather and dialogue and join with y'all, my family, my Pacha. You know what I mean? This is my real family right here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be 100. Like, I love the people who I was in the world with, but my real family is my spiritual family. You know what I mean? Nobody who y'all have my best interest at heart. There is no ulterior motives, and you know what I'm saying. It's just solid love and genuine, brotherhood and fellowship. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful, man. I haven't experienced love like this in my whole life. Like, I thought I had loyalty with friends in the world, and I thought I had real. I thought I knew love, man. Let me tell you something. There is nothing like the love of your people, man. In this truth, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. The same love I've been able, the Most High has blessed me to be able to give out my whole life. I'm getting that back now. It's being reciprocated back to me. So at times when I was wondering, like, dang, like this, why this, and why I gotta go? How come I'm loving and I'm this loyal to this guy, or this? How am I this loyal? But I seem not to receive it back. Now I know why. The Most High was putting me through a trial. He was putting me through a trial and persecution, and allowing me to see you gonna break through all of this. I got something for you, but you gonna stand firm through all of this. And all praise to the Most High. He gave me the strength to make it through that, and now I'm in this truth. All of the love and the loyalty that I've been giving out is being reciprocated back, and it is just it's an amazing feeling. And I just want to tell y'all, man, I love y'all, brothers, man. Thank y'all. I love y'all, man. All praises to the Most High, and I pray blessings over both of y'all, your household, your families, and just everything. Y'all my real family. Y'all my real family.
Absolutely. Those that do the will of my Father, those are my brothers and my mothers. What he told the people, my child.
Yeah. That's real.
Paraphrase, but yeah, it's pretty much what it is.
Definitely. Same here too, brother. Definitely appreciate it, man. The Most High, he loved the unity of the brethren, man, and ain't nothing better. Like Mark was saying, we gave our all to the world, and people we thought that was down for us betrayed us and all this stuff. But we see now our energy, our focus, and everything goes back to Israel, man, and loving our brothers and sisters. That's what we were made for. So it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be on the panel with y'all brothers as well. May Yahweh continue to increase y'all and bless you and your families, man. And hey, I look forward to doing it again. My household is always open. Y'all want to get something popping in Kentucky, let me know, brother. My resources are your resources. So
same here.
Hey, it's a brother in Kentucky, man. Benaiah, you know Benaiah?
I'm not sure. Probably if I see the brother.
Rejoice Wine. He in
Okay, I think he may be, if I'm not mistaken, he may be in Louisville, or I could be off. I've heard about a brother that does wine, and I've been meaning to trying to contact him. So if you got his connect, please connect me.
All right, yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, I will send you his Facebook information to your messenger.
The water, for sure.
All right, but yeah, man, we could wrap this thing up, man. I know it's Shabbat. Y'all got families and whatnot, but
she getting restless.
For getting on there. Thanks for coming out, man.
Appreciate it, Doc.
12 tribes, one nation. Hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
Shalom. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Shalom.